What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 372 of Community Universe Mode. We are live for Battle Scars 3 Day One here on Saturday. The Fusion side of things, my friends, it is time to get it on. The final cross-band pay-per-view of the season. The last time that we will see the Genesis superstars of CMV featured on pay-per-view. Of course, their day will be tomorrow on Sunday, so most definitely do not want to miss that. And to Mr. Unstable, indeed, the WGW Light Heavyweight Championship crossover is going to be tomorrow when Xander Octane challenges Rob Cross. But welcome everybody else. What up, Echo? What up, Tomcat702? Maury, welcome all. As we are going to be getting things started with some tag team action. Action-packed card, no doubt about it, as Kendall Wolf and Arthur Rose going to gear up to take on the team of El Guerrero Furioso and still the Rising Star Champion and Miles Kelly. Of course, Kelly really just, well, not himself, his partner revealing just a couple of days ago in Reality Wrestling. Remember, the couple of weeks building up, we had no idea who Kelly's partner was. He was keeping it a mystery. And after Kelly would retain his Rising Star Championship against EGF on Reality Wrestling, their third and final matchup, which I personally think was their best. If you didn't see it, I suggest checking it out. Kendall Wolf and Arthur Rose would come to try to get one last edge over Kelly, beat down the legit gentleman. But El Guerrero Furioso would get up, get in, and defend Miles Kelly, the two driving off Wolf and Rose. El Guerrero Furioso is Miles Kelly's partner tonight. They know each other extremely well, but we know that Miles Kelly has beaten EGF not once, not twice, but 3 times with the championship on the line. And now, after defeating him the most recent time, El Guerrero Furioso cannot challenge for the championship again so long as Kelly is the champion. But El Guerrero did step up, did help out Kelly before Kendall Wolf and Arthur Rose could do any serious damage. We already know what they've done this past month. Kendall Wolf returning the night after Ascendance 5 to beat the hell out of Kelly with a metal bat. He and Rose knocked off Kelly in a handicap match. They've been using that numbers game, but now the playing field has been leveled. As here we go. It is time to get Battle Scars 3 underway with the CMV veteran, the former Undisputed champion, Kendall Wolf, making his way down this beautiful Gets Me Rock Hard Arena. No doubt my favorite Topper arena. Big props to the one and only. As the Brawler looking to get himself his first pay-per-view win. This is his first pay-per-view appearance in a year. He did prove that there's no ring rust on him a couple of weeks ago. He knocked off Jack Spade in singles action in a great match. Kendall Wolf, if I'm being completely honest with you, might be as dangerous as he's ever been. What up, Dynamic? What up, Al? I mean, how can that Pac-Man design on the mat just not get your little ding-ding, you know, rustling, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Assassin? Kendall Wolf poised, ready for action, as here comes his partner, the man who actually brought Kendall Wolf back into CMV, and the very unique Arthur Rose. And his beef with Miles Kelly dates back to before Ascendance. The two actually fought at Ascendance. Miles Kelly putting him down. You know, Kelly with his retention over El Guerrero Furioso a couple of days ago in Reality Wrestling, if he can retain one more time, he'll set the record for most defenses as Rising Star Champion. And he's coming close to, I think he might actually be the longest reigning champion. Because he's been champion for a solid month now. That might be the longest reigning. I'm not too sure. Of course, we have got so many great matches here on the Fusion side of things for Battle Scars 3. Up next, our first championship matchup of 4 tonight. Going to take to the ring as 10L challenges Xander Slate for the United States title. We've got the Anarchy Championship on the line later on, the tag team titles, and of course in our main event, Paul Devine and Schmitty, no holds barred for the Undisputed title as here he comes. the Japanese sensation, the lucha legend, El Guerrero Furioso, former Rising Star champion, when he didn't have to, stepped up to defend Miles Kelly. Even after Kelly beat him for the 3rd straight time, there was no bad feelings. El Guerrero was not about to let Kendall and Arthur beat down the defenseless Rising Star champion and the legit gentleman. Topher, that just tugs at my heartstrings when you say something like that, you know? And then you gotta go and ruin it. I like how Arthur Rose is like standing behind Kendall. You're not late, Dynamic. This is the first matchup of the evening. Maury with that fat host. Bless up. Actually, 3 viewers Maury's bringing in. Nice. Bless. Papa bless to you, Big Mauer. And here he comes. Ooh, new attire for Miles Kelly. New digs for the pay-per-view. As I'm pretty sure I can confidently say that he's the longest. I don't know any other champion that held the belt for an entire month. Alistair Knox, even though he was on a roll as champion, I think he only actually held it for 3 weeks. So Miles Kelly, I'm 99.9% sure he's the longest reigning Rising Star champion of all time. Not really saying much. The title does bounce around a lot, but having to defend it every 2 weeks, that's bound to happen. But here he comes, the legit gentleman, being forced to team with a little bit of his frenemy, if you will. Well, not forced, accepting El Guerrero Furioso's help here. Here we go, guys. It's time to get things underway here at the 3rd annual Battle Scars pay-per-view, the final cross-brand show of the season. Of course, the fallout of this Monday Night Fusion will feature the first ever draft. So we very well may see, you know, Kendall Wolf could go to Genesis, Miles Kelly could go to Genesis, El Guerrero maybe to Fusion. El Guerrero, of course, is a part of the Genesis roster, so he's kind of cheating here by dipping into Fusion side of things. But Miles Kelly enlisting his help here as Kendall going to start things off against the Masked Man. But the first of the evening. And of course, this is just day 1, guys. Tomorrow, Genesis side going to kick off. We got the Money in the Bank ladder match as well as 4 championship matches. The main event, Cole Savage challenging Ryan Kemp for the Alpha World Championship and a whole lot more. That WGW crossover. Can I talk, please? Hurricane Rana by El Guerrero. Fusion side of things. If you like tag action, then you're in for a good night. Because later on, we got Perry Heenan and Azrael teaming up to take on Flashy and Sean Kent. We have that 6-man elimination tag that will see Badman Incorporated take on Reese Matthews and Pride and Filth. And of course, the tag titles are going to be on the line. Police Squad challenge the bickering duo. Nice Euro uppercut off the 2nd turnbuckle there by Kendall, who early on is really taking it. Little cheeky front flip leg drop type maneuver there by the CMV veteran. Deep arm drag by El Guerrero Furioso as he transitions right into a cross armbar. And you can obviously see Kendall brandishing the wounds of war, his long-standing career. He's got a bad shoulder. If you saw the close-up when he was coming out here, he's got a scar on his nose. But El Guerrero Furioso, known to target the arm, he likes to finish off his opponents with that Tilt-A-Whirl Fujiwara armbar, which he actually had locked in on Miles Kelly earlier this week. But it was a rope break that saved Kelly. He was able to come back and retain the title with that legit pile driver. Maybe we'll see one of those today. Maybe a Fujiwara armbar. As El Guerrero with an Irish whip going to put the CMV veteran, former Royal Rumble winner, United States champion, in the corner, maybe looking for a tag to Miles Kelly. El Guerrero Furioso persistent here, wants that tag. Kendall Wolf just isn't having it though. High knee for the upper back as Kendall now looking for a tag of his own. Here comes the unique one, Arthur Rose. There'll be issues. pulling for Xander Octane there. I don't know. I think I might be a little bit of a Rob Cross fan. I'm definitely excited to see the match, though. That's tomorrow. Both light heavyweight titles going to be on the line. WGW and, of course, CMVs when Jay Davis challenges Rubik in the ladder match. As El Guerrero has Arthur Rose in the corner here. A little bit of a... Oh! Hurricane Rana. Out of the corner. Now a tag to the Rising Star Champion. Here comes Miles Kelly. That dank new attire. Caught in a front headlock immediately, though. Miles Kelly, in past encounters, has had Arthur Rose's number. It was a handicap match, though, about 3 weeks ago that Arthur Rose and Ken Wolf knocked off Miles Kelly. Because he's a nasty knees to the side of Kelly's head right now. Yeah, Chris Benoit's ghost making an appearance. I don't know. I think it's because of the Pac-Man like layout thing. The shadows coming in there. Oh, what a DDT! Oh, damn. That was nasty looking. God, I can't get it. That Pac-Man design on the thing is just top tier. The best. This one, I said this was my favorite, but I don't know. The Tag Team Cup might still be, you know, #1 in my heart. Oh, what a knee by MK. Stuns Arthur Rose long enough for the champion to get a leg sweep. I don't know, Dynamic. Who knows what the future holds? Going into the next season in 2K18, anything's possible. German suplex by Miles Kelly. Kelly now going to go for a submission attempt. Looks like a bow and arrow as he stretches Rose all tied up over his knees. Is Arthur going to be able to escape this? Yes, he is. Little flop onto the chest. Doesn't do any damage to Kelly. Right back to his feet. Knife edge chop. Woo! Has Arthur Rose now. Ooh, dropping Miles Kelly right on his arm with that back suplex. Now looking for an attack. Perhaps the Wolf, and he gets it. Out to the apron goes Arthur Rose. Kendall Wolf now. Gonna try to close it in. Miles Kelly while it's hurt. Irish whip it in the corner, though. Miles Kelly approaching him. Big old boot to the side of the head. Another high knee. Kendall Wolf loves those high knees. Kendall Wolf now grabbing Miles Kelly by the sides of his head. Jawbreaker, though, for his troubles as distance has been created. And a nice little knee tap, little twirl afterwards. Tag to El Guerrero here. Nice teamwork by both teams so far. As this is our opening matchup here. Battle Scars 3, Day 1, episode 372 of CMV. Tomorrow, of course, will be Genesis. And then after this, guys, there's only 2 weeks left. The season will close with the Fusion exclusive pay-per-view. Retaliation! Victory roll off the top rope. That's something you don't see too often. Into the pin. 1, 2. That was awesome, but just a 2 count. What a Batman. El Guerrero now might have eyes to finish. What is he doing? Gonna go. Oh, puts him in the corner looking for a tag to Kelly, but Kendall's still not having it. He does not want to get hit with a tag move. Oh, crucifix slam by EGF. Yeah, like I said last time, that Genesis Superstars will be featured on pay-per-view this season. That's tomorrow. Sunday is their day. You don't want to miss that. El Guerrero also really wants to make a tag to Miles Kelly. Get some work in tandem, but Kendall Wolf counters it every time. Look at that little stalling back suplex. I had curry one time. I got it from a Chinese place. It was shrimp and curry, and I got food poisoning, and now I can't eat shrimp or curry. Just thinking about it right now, it's making me want to throw up. Kick to the back of the head by Kendall Wolf now as he brings El Guerrero Vidioso to a vertical base front headlock. Now taking him for a little walk to the corner. Tag to Arthur Rose, but EGF dishing back some what he keeps giving out. Elbow. Straight to the face as Kendall Wolf might have tried for a sig attempt there. I'm not too sure. Goes for another kick to the gut. Squad number 2 in this matchup. Hooks the leg. Does El Guerrero Vidioso. Miles Kelly comes in, goes right back out, as does Rose. Realizing both men do not have to get involved right now. Yeah, certainly looking forward to that fatal 4-way #1 contenders ladder match tomorrow. Furious Frank, Sam Valentine, Elijah Stewart, and Bob Luger. Who's going to head into the next season as the #1 contender for the whole Out World Championship? Magnificent looking DDT. from the second turnbuckle by Furioso. The question also is, who's going to head into next season as the Alpha World Champ? Will it be Cole Savage? Will it be Ryan Kent? Nice counter by Guerrero. Reverse DDT going to drop Wolf. Oh, now that Guerrero lining up his shot. Kendall in big, big trouble. Tilt-a-whirl Fujiwara armbar is locked in. Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Will Kendall Wolf be forced to tap? He will. Kendall Wolf taps out. And Guerrero Furioso aids Miles Kelly in finally getting back at Kendall Wolf and Arthur Rose. Kendall Wolf forced to tap before he snapped in the middle of the ring. The action gets started. Decent back and forth tag team match to get the show underway as El Guerrero, that nasty DDT, and then immediately locked in his devastating the maneuver that ended Brett Angel's career, Fujiwara armbar, and Kendall Wolf forced to tap. These two men have gone to war many times tonight. They were partners and they're victorious. A handshake to show mutual respect. Can Miles Kelly continue his dominant run as champion? Could he even possibly make it into next season as still the Rising Star champion? We'll have to wait and see. We know his next challenger is Adam Finito, but tonight, the legit gentleman and the Lucha legend going to be partying. All right, here we go, guys. The action continues up next. What's up, Flashy? Welcome in, my friend. You missed the first matchup, which saw El Guerrero Furioso and Miles Kelly knock off Kendall Wolf and Arthur Rose after EGF tapped out Kendall with that Fujiwara armbar of his. So this is only the second matchup of the evening. Our first title match of the night here of 4. Still got the Anarchy Championship, the Tag Team titles, and the Undisputed Championship on the line in the main event. But right now, it's all about the United States Championship, my friends, as the most definitely extravagant, flamboyant 10L finally going to be getting in the ring to go one-on-one with the OG Dirty Heel himself, the face of America, Xander Slayton. Of course, that X-Factor in his corner, his protege, Russell Pontarelli. Currently, 10L stands undefeated, 3-0 is his record. It all started back in Ascendance after Xander retained his championship in a fatal 4-way matchup. 10L would come out kind of sizing up Xander. A huge debut, of course, a former NGW competitor. Rip in peace, never forget, but coming back next season. And Xander would actually be the first one to throw down. I guess kind of felt threatened. And 10L would end up getting the upper hand, locking in that, he calls it Insatia, a devastating octopus stretch type maneuver, which kept Xander Slate out for 3 weeks. He returned earlier this week, actually, to knock off Chris Andrews. But ever since then, 10L has pretty much made Xander Slate's life a living hell, from a brutal brawl in a bar room to literally breaking in to his hotel room and sleeping in bed with him, to driving he and Pontarelli through a car wash with the windows down. it's safe to say that Xander is not 10L's #1 fan and is most definitely looking to dish some pain out tonight, but his championship is up for grabs. Xander, the longest reigning United States champion this season. He won it at Homecoming, so we got 3.5 months Xander Slate has held that championship. Knocked off both Azrael and Sean Kent back in Ascendance. Before that, it was Salvi, and of course he won the belt from Schmitty at Homecoming. Schmitty, who main events tonight, defending the Undisputed title against Paul Devine. But it's all about this guy's content to remain undefeated. Can he get that taste of gold? Just the first month into his career. Not the fastest rising star in CMV. We've had people win titles literally in their debut matches, but most definitely 10L has skyrocketed to the top of the food chain on Monday Night Fusion. I just added that last night, Batman. I think it's pretty neat. Here we go. Get ready for one of the most unique entrances in all of CMV and all of the wrestling world. 10L has most definitely gotten into Xander Slate's head. Will that aid him tonight as he looks to become United States champion? A tweet here, guys, from Curtis Heist says, injury, recovery, revenge. Curtis Heist, we knew, we saw him return after a couple of months hiatus at Ascendance in the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal, but then we haven't seen him since then, suffering an injury, but it seems like he's on the mend. Maybe next season we'll see Heist return, but right now, it's all about the flamboyant, the extravagant, the undefeated 10L. And here's a tweet, guys, from Jaquan Shea, who says, to all of my anti-fans, you know deep down, subconsciously, there's a new king in town. Hashtag and still. The Anarchy champion talking that ish. He has to defend his title later on against the undefeated American Justice, the Yellow and Black Crusader. Jaquan Shea obviously very confident about himself, but he had best be ready, especially since he's gotten on the bad side of Schmitty lineage now. Remember, Ted Dickens forced Jaquan Shea to defend his title earlier this week because he was talking trash about Schmitty. Luckily, Jaquan retained after a hard-fought battle against Adam Valentine. L taking in the admiration of the CMV universe. Again, though, 10L gonna have to be weary here with Russell Pontarelli ringside. You got one of the best to ever do it in a CMV ring. The veteran, Season 1 veteran, former world champion in Xander Slate, and then you got Pontarelli gonna be skulking around. And I would not put it past him, if you will, to try to interfere here on part of his mentor. As here he comes with Pontarelli in tow. The OG dirty heel, the face of America, ladies and gentlemen. The show. And the United States champion, Xander Slate, was back at Homecoming. Xander Slate was hadn't held the title for 2 years when he challenged Schmitty in that tables, ladders, and chairs match. It was certainly a surprise to see when he climbed that ladder and yanked down the belt. And now Xander is not letting go of it. 3.5 months as champion. He looks ahead in the next season, still champion. There's Timmy Boy. And Ted Dickens got his response to Jaquan Shea simply saying, nah. Uh-oh. Jaquan might have pissed off Ted Dickens again, guys. When will Jaquan learn? The Season 1 veteran. Slapping that gun. Somebody just caught it in their mouth out in the front row. And this is it, our first of 4 championship matches tonight. The prestigious CMV United States title up for grabs. 10L, his first month here as a part of the Fusion roster, undefeated. Can he capture the gold? What an upset it would be. Xander Slate stares across the ring at his opposition, the flamboyant, the extravagant daytime soap opera television star, the man who owns his own fragrance, Victory, which I'm sure he puffed some of that onto him tonight. 10L is ready to go, guys. As there he stands, the hulking bully, standing at 6'4", 230 pounds around there. Last time I checked, last time I saw him get weighed in. Not exactly weigh-ins for these matches, but ladies and gentlemen, Xander Slate looking to remain the United States champion. He got no reaction there. These fans are 100% behind 10L, guys, but Xander doesn't care about them. He literally smacked that gum into one of their mouths. Slappy is our official referee here tonight at Battle Scars 3. Holds up the United States Championship, guys. This is it. The smaller but the more agile 10L takes on the bigger, the stronger Xander Slate. But the mind games by 10L this entire past month have done their damage on Xander. He did pick up that win over Chris Andrews earlier this week. That was a big win for Xander. But 10L has been on a hot streak a mile long since debuting the night after Ascendance. Again, Pontarelli ringside. We got to see how he factors into this matchup. But these two start things off with a collar and elbow, and then Xander takes the advantage. Gonna taunt. 10L says, nah, fam. Kicks out his knee. Xander trying to get into the head of 10L, but I don't think that's going to work. I wouldn't even want to get in 10L's head. Dragon Square to that wonky knee of Xander. That knee's been a problem for Slate since he first debuted in CMV. Didn't stop him from becoming the first ever Mr. Money in the Bank, though, and a two-time world champion. Xander Slate with a Japanese arm drag at the hands of 10L. Xander the only man to compete at every single Ascendance. All 5, even though he's only won at 2 of them. Stomp down into the lower back. Xander flops onto his ass there, but punch to the midsection. Gonna get himself back to a vertical base as 10L. Crow! Super kick by Xander. Gonna change this matchup's direction real quick. Oh, damn, 10L nearly hung up to dry on that bottom rope there. Just about decapitated. Boot to Xander's jaw, though. What do we got here? Wheelbarrow arm drag. A unique offense. Guys, if you have not seen 10L in action before, he is all about targeting those arms, which usually sets up his opponents for that hammerlock reverse DDT or Insatia. We actually haven't seen him win a match with Insatia since debuting. The only time we've seen him lock it in was at Ascendance, and when he did, he put Xander on the shelf for 3 weeks. Are we going to see that here tonight with the championship on the line? Oh, but look at that. Already Pontarelli's getting involved. And that allows Xander to capitalize. Vintage Xander with the old school clean slate. A Cobra clutch slam. Now Xander in control. Flicks his sweat off. Rolling neck snap to 10L. Double boots to the chest. 10L with a desperation pin here early on. That's not good if 10L... Well, 10L could also be using that age-old trick of just pinning your opponent over and over again, even early on in the matchup when you know you're not going to win, just to make them exert their energy. Oh, 10L just about caught Xander with it. Was looking like maybe an inverted atomic drop, but instead got an elbow to the top of the head. There's a hammerlock scoop slam as 10L beckons for the admiration of the CMV universe. And what the hell? This is that unique offense from 10L. I don't even know what this is. This is like an inverted surfboard stretch. I'm not sure. Definitely looked like it hurt, though. Hooks the leg. Well, Mr. Unstable, if you want to see what Ryan Kent's all about, you can check him out tomorrow. The main event of day 2. Going to be defending the Alpha World Championship against Ice Cold Savage. Stomp down onto the forearm there by 10L. Everything about 10L is interesting. There's not one thing that's like ordinary or normal about 10L. Look at that hair. Xander Slate said it himself. He's a Prince lookalike. Up the top rope. Coup de grace! Double boot stomp to the ribs. Xander quickly back up to his seat. Those ribs definitely got to be hurting. Might be bruised. Might be cracked. 10L grabbing him by the trousers. Oh, and a shoulder. Toss right into the steel post. Russell Pontarelli has gotten involved once already in this matchup. I would wager that's probably not the last time, as Xander going to catch 10L's boot. Might have just chipped a tooth as he face slammed right into the canvas. And now there's that vintage aggression by Xander. He just stomps the back of 10L's head. Irish whip off the ropes. Rebound Xander. What's he trying for here? Vintage Slate with the Slate Walk Slam. Finished off many opponents with that maneuver. Not 10L though, it seems. Winding elbow drop to the back of 10L's head. The soap opera. Oh, did you see that, guys? You might have missed it, but I catch it out of the corner of my eye. A steel chair has been slid into the ring by Russell Pontarelli, and Slappy has not seen it. Slappy distracting, or being distracted, I should say, by Pontarelli. Xander tries to use the steel chair, but 10L too quick for him. Cheeky little jab, knocks it out of his hand. The chair's shadow, though. Cover it on the outside. Xander, those OG dirty heel tactics on full display here in this one. What is Xander going for here, guys? Off the top rope. Oh, sit-out suplex slam. All the way from the top. Lateral press, 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Stomp down on the lower spine. 10L put on his ass. A kick to the shoulder to follow through. A tweet here, guys, from Schmitty says, "Oh, it is going to be so satisfying when I get to break Paul Devine in my ring." Hashtag just getting started. Schmitty ready for the main event where he defends his undisputed title against Paul Devine. But look at this, 10L. We've seen him soften up opponents with this before. 3 slaps to the chest before snapping that arm down off the top rope to the canvas. But there's Pontarelli yet again. This time 10L's not paying him any attention, though. Slappy is. Slappy's not having any of it. And now we know what might be in Xander's late future, guys. That hammerlock reverse DDT. No! Wait a minute! It's Sashia! It's Sashia! Locked in by 10L! Locked in! It's Sashia! Has Xander caught! Xander taps! Xander taps! We have a new United States champion! 10L does it! Xander taps to a Sashia! New champion! Oh my God! And Sashia locked in! And 10L is the new United States champion. I thought he was going to go for the hammerlock reverse DDT. That's what he's been winning all of his matches with. But no, locked in the sub. We saw him injure Xander with that ascendance. Xander taps. Despite the interferences by Russell Pontarelli, 10L would not have it. Working the arm all match long. Xander's reign, 3.5 months, comes to an end. Look at that. And Sashia wrapped around Xander's body like an octopus. And Xander taps. The agony too much to handle. We have a new United States champion, and his name is 10L, ladies and gentlemen. He does it. He actually does it. What a win. Our first of 4 championship matches tonight produces a new champion. 10L defeats and dethrones Xander Slate. A tweet here, guys, from Jacob Ziegler says, at Schmitty, are you scared, though? You never know who could be watching. And Mr. Money in the Bank saying something like that, that might just send a chill up the Undisputed Champion's spine. Jacob Ziegler is indeed Mr. Money in the Bank, which of course means he can cash in at any time, anywhere for an Undisputed title match. He is in action tonight, alongside his BFF Shane Scott and Reese Matthews against Badman Incorporated, and an elimination tag. That's our, as Cott would say, tertiary match, or whatever the fuck. That's coming up later on, though. Ziegler seeming to be keeping a close eye on that one. Two of his rivals in Paul Devine Schmitty do get it out for the gold later on in our main event. And of course, speaking of Money in the Bank, guys, remember tomorrow, the Genesis Money in the Bank ladder match. The first time ever that we're going to have two Mr. Money in the Banks at the same time in CMV. It's going to be Mark Intel, Victor Romero, Ushio Takedo, John Reed, MLP, and Pierre Thompson. One of those men are going to be walking into next season with that grand opportunity in their hands. But up next here, guys, our third matchup of the evening. Troy Myers set to go one-on-one with Shiloh Gray. This all started at the top of the month, the night after Ascendant. Shiloh Gray returned. We know Shiloh all season long has been bouncing around. He first started as a member of the Genesis roster. Then he went to Unmatched for a while. Then he ended up going to NGW. And after that ended, he finally found his way to Fusion. But before he could really address the fans, this man, calling himself the Painmaker, Troy Myers, would interrupt him. Myers saying, there's no time for any new guys like you. I'm taking over. This is my show now. And since then, Myers making Shiloh Gray's life a living hell, attacking him every single week. But finally, these two are going to go one-on-one in the ring. Troy Myers been on a hot streak a mile long. Knocked off Reese Matthews at Ascendance, and since then has just kept racking up them wins. But Shiloh Gray's coming off a pretty big victory earlier this week over Gerard Fisher. The first man to pin and defeat Fisher. So much action still to get through here tonight, guys. 3 more title matches. And what about that co-main event? The Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews, going to be welcoming Voice Vindi to this side of CMV. Vindi makes his in-ring debut as a member of the Fusion roster. Love this Troy Myers attire, by the way. Big fan. I'm becoming a bigger and bigger Troy Myers fan with each and every week. I don't know that I agree with him attacking Shiloh Gray from behind, because I'm also a big Shiloh Gray fan. As here comes the older half-brother of Tim LaFave, who's in action tomorrow night, taking on Kevin Lee. Like I said, Shiloh Gray waving a pretty, riding, I should say, a pretty big wave of momentum after putting down Gerard Fisher earlier this week. Gerard was undefeated for about 3 months. Shiloh Gray, the first man to pin and defeat him. Can Shiloh do the same? Can he stop Troy Myers' streak? Or will Myers continue on and plow right through Gray? Hashtag sign Cletus blowing up on Twitter. I can actually say, guys, that Cletus is in talks of perhaps getting a contract with Monday Night Fusion. The fan support has been absolutely incredible for him ever since earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, where he and Quabus Martin teamed with Paul Devine to knock off Schmitty and Desolation. But here we go. Right now, it's Troy Myers and Shiloh Gray. 2 men of pretty even build, very sleek. Both men about medium height. Troy Myers definitely more aggressive, getting a clean break there, surprisingly. Thought Troy Myers tried to take a cheap shot to catch his Shiloh out of the corner with a bulldog. Troy, like I said, much more aggressive. Right there, you can see with those boots, really a brawler. Whereas Shiloh Gray likes to take risks very, very fast. Look at these punches now. Troy is just digging in early on. European uppercut now as Gray shoots in for a grapple. Caught with an arm drag, though. That puts him to a vertical base. Punch to the chest. Oh, moonlight drive, and I love a moonlight drive. I just became an even bigger Shiloh Gray fan as he props him up and kicks him right upside the head. Doesn't get much more straightforward than that. Just kicking someone right in the fucking face. Now, Shiloh Gray definitely has to be on the lookout for the Painmaker. The double knees to the face that Troy's been utilizing lately to put down his opponents. Whereas Troy going to have to be on the lookout for the gray matter, that leg hook, that arm hook, leg hook, reverse STO. Nice gator roll into a crossface. By Troy Myers trying to wear Shiloh Gray down, trying to keep himself in control. Up next, guys, tag team action going to be coming our way as Azrael and Perry Heaton going to team up, take on Flashy and Sean Kent. Still got the Anarchy Championship on the line later on, the tag team titles. Troy Myers slitting his throat. Maybe already calling for the end here over Shiloh Gray. As he brings him to his feet, goes for a hook to the jaw. Gray not done just yet, though. Forearm smash to retaliate. As he closes in, what is this? Oh, sit out face buster. Now going to the second turnbuckle, Shiloh Gray going to look to put that high fly of his to use. Waiting for Troy Myers to get to his feet. The fans obviously behind Gray here as he goes for a, oh, DDT by Shiloh Gray. I had no idea what he was trying for there. Executed nicely, though. Troy Myers not going to stay down for long. Double boost to the chest. As now he's going to go to the top rope. Myers definitely not a frequent flyer, but going to do what he has to make sure he walks out victorious. Elbow drop. This time last year at BATTL3SCARS 2. I don't know that Troy Myers was even booked. Myers has definitely come such a long way this season. Won the Anarchy Championship this season. Nice drive-by kick by Shiloh Gray to turn the momentum back in his favor. As he flips him over, hooks the leg, slappy into position. One. Only a 1 count. Especially these past couple of months. I don't know what's gotten into Troy, but, you know, maybe it's a new diet. Maybe he went to Zach Payne's training camp, but he's been just so much better. So much more aggressive. Ever since he knocked off his, jobber gimmick, if you will, and stopped, downing himself. Doubting and downing. But wait a minute! 50 Shades! Troy turning right around into it. Didn't even see it coming. And Shiloh Gray is feeling the love right now. Might be feeling like ending this match, too. Giving Myers the time he needed, though, to prop back up to his feet and knee to the chest. You can't give someone like Myers time to rest. That's now Troy. Gonna go for that patented Troy Turner, but Shiloh counters halfway through into a short arm clothesline. And now Troy's in big, big, big trouble. Lining up their shot. Gray looking to finish. Gray matter. Flips him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Shiloh Gray does it. Shiloh Gray brings the hot streak of Troy Myers to an end with some gray matter. All of the attacks week after week after week getting under Shiloh's skin, but he has the last laugh. Shiloh Gray right there with gray matter. The arm hook, leg hook, reverse STO, and Myers is out like a light. Shiloh Gray, guys, starting to look really good. With the season coming to a close, what's next for Shiloh Gray? And will Troy Myers be able to bounce back from this loss? Don't worry, Bateman, you're actually literally just in time. right, guys, here we go. It is time to continue things as we get to the main chunk of the card, the real center of the pizza pie. Here live from Los Angeles, California, the Staples Center for Battle Scars 3. We've already had some great matches tonight. We've already seen a new United States champion crowned in 10L. But the action is going to keep chugging along. As up next, we got some more tag team action coming our way. As it is going to be Azrael alongside Perry Heenan taking on the team of Flashy and Sean Kent. 2K18 hype. Excuse me. Drink water real quick. Ooh, alright, I'm ready. I'm properly hydrated. Let's keep going, guys. Oh, a tweet, guys, from Shiloh Gray says, at Troy Myers, there. The first steps of my success begin tonight on a great pay-per-view. Whether you think it's your house or not, you just lost, and it's time for me to build my legacy. I told everyone I can and will excel at anything I put effort in. This is only the beginning. Shiloh Gray bringing down Troy Myers' house with that win in our previous bout, but here we go. Azrael, Perry Heenan taking on Flashy and Sean Kent. This rivalry been heating up this past month. It all really started during the pre-show and panel of Ascendance 5 where Flashy joined us and ended up getting in a Twitter war live with Sean Kent. The two would end up fighting in Flashy's debut. The following fusion with Flashy getting the victory, and afterwards Azrael would attack Flashy. Azrael saying it's nothing personal to you, kid, but I'm not done with Sean Kent. I don't want anything standing between me and Kent finally ending things, and Azrael would challenge Sean Kent to a last man standing match, but it was 2 weeks ago that before that match could happen, Azrael and Perry Heenan security footage caught the two of them brutally beating down Sean Kent in the parking lot, so the match didn't end up happening. Instead, Flashy filled in, and Flashy ended up knocking off Azrael. So now Azrael and Perry Heenan challenging Flashy and Sean Kent to this matchup tonight. The newcomer and the former Fusion Tag Team Champion accepting. So here we go. It's time to get it on. Certainly Azrael and Heenan proving to be a diabolical force alongside one another. The former two-time international champion. The former Anarchy champion. The Boa and the Pitbull. But Flashy, man, he has been exceeding my expectations to the absolute max. Beating Sean Kent and Azrael in his first month. Those are big wins for this kid. He also beat El Jefe during a live show. And that's no easy feat either, even though Topher will say it is. Now making his pay-per-view debut, we'll see if he and Kent can work together. They have shown mutual respect. Sean Kent, thanking Flashy for backing him up after Azrael and Heenan attacked him 2 weeks ago. So it seems like they're on the same page. We know that Azrael and Heenan are cohesive unit, so about to find out what's about to go down here. Not my Flash. Not my Flashy. Let's see if Flashy pulls out that devastating sunset flip. Of course, still to come tonight, guys. Following this matchup, the Anarchy Championship will be on the line as American Justice, undefeated, takes on Jaquan Shea, who's been doing pretty well since capturing the title, man. Got past Ted Dickens' obstacle earlier this week, putting down Adam Valentine with this title on the line. Fusion titles to be decided. Police Squad challenging the bickering duo. Chris Andrews welcomes Voice Vindi to this side of CMV. And of course, our main event, Undisputed Championship, but more than that, pride on the line between Paul Devine and Schmitty. As here comes the two-time international champion, and you can see he obviously does not care about what the fans think, whose side the fans are on. He and Sean Kent been going at each other for months now, and it can really all date back to Schmitty Schmitty's really the catalyst, if you will, that got things rolling between these two former best friends and tag team partners, former tag champions together. Remember, Azrael and Sean Kent were coming at General Manager Schmitty, egging him on, if you will. And Schmitty would end up making a #1 contenders match between the two for the United States title. Sean Kent would win, and Azrael would be sour about that, attacking Sean Kent before he could get his title opportunity. And ever since then, it just kept rolling and rolling. Azrael and Kent share 1 victory apiece over each other. Tonight, they've recruited partners. It's time to finish this. Azrael, of course, using up that pyro budget. Basking in the glory, his own glory. Reversal fest. I mean, where's that key to success, though? There's a cool down period, Topher. Azrael ready to go, and here comes the incredibly impressive Pitbull Perry Heenan, who just a month into his career captured the Anarchy Championship, held it all the way up to Ascendance, where he would lose it in a triple threat match. Afterwards, in an interview, Heenan saying that he doesn't want that title back. It's beneath him now. He's above it. He's on to bigger and better fish to fry. As he looks to put down the newcomer and Sean Kent. He didn't bring his devastating submission hold to this mix-up here, which he won that 6-man tag with earlier this week. It was Azrael, Heenan, and Bannon that knocked off flashy Sean Kent and Billy Weaver. Heenan locked in that sleeper hold, I believe, to actually tap out, I want to say, Sean Kent, actually. He tapped out Sean Kent? I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he did. He tapped out Kent. So Sean definitely going to be trying to get back for that, as here comes the man who has already got the majority of the CM universe backing him. This kid is impressive in the ring, proving to be a force to be reckoned with. Flashy can talk a big game, there's no doubt about that. If you watch the pre-show and panel, he came at everybody, and that was before he even debuted. But he's been backing it up consecutively. I just heard Heenan shout from ringside, "You're not even fast!" Trying to get under Flashy's skin. Flashy excited, no doubt about that. Might even have butterflies for his pay-per-view debut. Battle Scars 3. Excuse me. The dirtiest heel. Flashy along with Azrael, man, just take their time. There we go. We're just waiting for that one last man, the missing link, to bring this bout all together. The younger brother of the man who will main event Day 2 tomorrow on Sunday. Ryan Kent redefends his Alpha World title against Cole Savage. Sean Kent has definitely made this season his, holding victories over the likes of Chris Andrews and capturing the tag team titles. He and Azrael held them for a good couple of months as well. Trying to step out of his brother's shadow more and more is Kent. Racking up pay-per-view wins is a good way to do that. With the season coming to an end, we know there's 2 weeks to follow after this weekend. And the Retaliation pay-per-view, a Fusion exclusive. I'm still surprised that Schmitty is hasn't, like, I don't know, threatened the sound guy, telling him not to play this when Sean Kent comes out. Schmitty certainly has bigger fish to fry, though. Literally everybody coming at Schmitty. You not only got Divine, you got Andrews, you got Vindi, you got the SNS Connection. Everybody wants a piece of Schmitty. Green Lantern-y. All right, here we go, guys. Tag team action. Gonna be Azrael starting things off for he and Perry Heenan. There's Flashy. Gonna be the legal man here. Flappy rings that bell. And we get underway. Flashy not starting out very well with a reel him in DDT at the hands of the Boa. This time last year, Azrael was actually competing on the Money in the Bank ladder match, Battle Scars 2. He was actually the international champion in that match as well. Propping up Flashy into a seated position. It was, well, Flashy, Perry Heenan, and Sean Kent all weren't in CMV at that time. Azrael certainly bringing the experience to this lineup. Forearm smash, creates some distance. The Boa closes in, drops down behind. Remember, Azrael never actually lost in his second reign as international champion. He was forced to relinquish the title at the end of last season due to an injury. When he came back, he failed to recapture the title from Randy Borton, who was the champion at the time. Irish whip in the corner now. These two bitter rivals, former best friends and tag partners, turned heated foes because of Schmitty. That's what Schmitty will do to people. Get under this skin to the point where they just turn on everybody. Nice, I love that right at Seth Rollins-esque. That pull back knee strike right up under the chin. Yeah, some people are saying Victor might have the best advantage in that matchup because, like, 2 steps up the ladder, he'll be, on the top rung. He'll have his hands in the briefcase. It's certainly an interesting mix-up. I talked about it last night during Genesis. You got big guys like Romero, Marcantel, and Pierre Thompson. You got the quickness of MLP. You got the striking ability of Ushio, though I don't know how that'll help him in a Money in the Bank. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then you got John Reed, who's just very well-rounded. Perry Heenan now the legal man as Azrael just softens up Sean Kent with 3 consecutive punches to the back of the head as the Pitbull capitalizes. Irish whip. Azrael got to get out of there before he's disqualified. Misses the super kick as the Pitbull. Now capitalizing Kent with a double knee backbreaker. Lifting reverse DDT by Kent. Perry Heenan trying to fight back up to his feet here. If he locks in that submission hold, man, it's night-night. Sean Kent knows that too well. He tapped out to it earlier this week. Certainly does not want to do it again, especially on pay-per-view. Back suplex by Perry Heenan drops Sean Kent down. And now a tag to Azrael. Frequent tags here between Az and Perry early on. The Boa and the Pitbull. Azrael just wants to get his hands on Sean Kent, telling him to get the hell out. Irish whip. Watch out, Slappy. I'm waiting for Slappy to take that bump. How many bumps did he take there? Oh my, there you go. There's that hatred that Azrael has towards Sean Kent. Now chop to the back and a kick to the chest. Slappy took like 19 bumps during Fusion earlier this week. He hasn't taken one yet tonight, but I'm waiting for it. Back rotation, suplex. Sean Kent definitely, oh, count. Wow, I did not see that counter coming. Definitely much, much more different than his brother Ryan in the ring, where Ryan is more of a powerhouse. More of a brawler. Sean Kent more agile. Ooh, sit out side slam by Big Asshole as he follows through with a stomp down onto the wrist. Oh, this is a nasty maneuver. Snapping the arm back over the knee. That could easily break a person's arm in half. Azrael knows that as he backs. Oh my God, is he already looking for the punt kick? Azrael outside the head of Sean Kent kicks him in the temple. Hooks the leg, guys. This could be over already. No, I guess that was a rope break. I didn't really see that as a rope break, but okay. Well, damn, Azrael not wasting much time here. I believe Flashy would have broken it up anyhow if that wasn't a rope break. But damn, man, Sean's bell getting rung early on. That punt kick is what took out Flashy a couple of weeks ago. Sean Kent letting us know that he's A-OK right now. Trying to shake off the cobwebs. Certainly still going to be feeling the effects. I mean, a kick to the head is a kick to the head. Ooh. What is this by Kent? Tripping Azrael, going for the knee. A little twist. Sean Kent now going to fight back against his former friend. This vintage combo. You blink, you miss it. These kicks to the chest. That final blow going to go directly to the ribs off the soul kick. Sean Kent not done. Off the ropes with a nice lion salt into the pin. 1, 2. Oh my God, he nearly had it. Flashy stopping Perry Heenan with a wheelbarrow face buster. Heenan didn't even try to stop the pin though. He just got in and stared at it. Luckily, Azrael's out of his own. That was a great combo though. Flashy makes the save as he dispatches of Perry Heenan. Heenan back to his feet, gonna have to try to get back up on the apron as Azrael has to be weary of that GTS by Sean Kent. That's put Azrael down before. Sean Kent got to look out for the phenomenal forearm, or perhaps the boa bottom, but very rarely does Azrael go for that. Lately, he's been hitting that punt kick with authority, another sit-out side slam. Oh, and here we go. Look at standing right next to Flashy, too, because Azrael knows that Flashy can't do anything with Slappy watching closely. Phenomenal forearm connects by the boa. But, doesn't go for the pin, instead mocking the CMV Universe, who he knows is behind Sean Kent and Flashy here. Tag to Heenan, telling Heenan to finish it. As Sean Kent looks for the tag to Flashy, Heenan comes up from behind before he can get there in a Russian leg sweep. This is the fourth matchup of the evening indeed, but welcome in Diamond, my friend. So far, we've had a new United States Champion crown, 10L, knocking off Xander Slate. We just saw in the last matchup, Shiloh Gray bring the hot streak of Troy Myers to an end. Our opening matchup saw El Guerrero Furioso and Miles Kelly defeat Ken the Wolf and Arthur Rose, as now we got more tag action. Before up next, the Anarchy Championship will be on the line. Jaquan Shea defending against American Justice. Trip up by Sean Kent. With Heenan in there, Sean knows he's got to be so careful because Heenan can lock in that sleeper hold in the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. Brought to a vertical base, and there it is! There it is, just as I say it! The ropes are right there. Can Sean? Yes, Sean saves himself. That ring awareness. Perry Heenan had it locked in for a couple of seconds, though. Might have done some damage. Now he goes low to where the sun don't shine with a duo of knees. Into the pin goes the Pit Bull. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Flashy there to save him just in case. Lucky ring placement for Sean Kent when Heenan went for that fucking sleeper hold. As Heenan, what the hell is this now? Canadian neck breaker. That is something you don't see every day in CMV. I actually really like that move. Perry Heenan pulling out some new offense as he drags Sean Kent towards the middle of the ring, and a big hook to the jaw might have unhinged it, as Heenan now backs in the corner, and Heenan taking a page out of Azrael's book as he charges with a punt kick, busts Sean Kent wide open. A gash now opened up across the forehead of Sean Kent. Should we call them the Punt Kings? They both got that punt. Look at Sean Kent though. Yeah! Sean Kent not dead yet. Undying is the younger Kent brother. Ooh, man! Reverse STO out of the suplex. Or as Cop would call it, a suplex DDT. Front headlock, knee to the chest by, oh! Misses that kick horribly, and now he's going to pay for it, is Sean. Oh, Russian leg sweep. I don't watch NXT, Topher, okay? I don't watch Tops matches. It's just too hard. It's too hard! Just as hard as it will be for Sean Kent to escape from this a second time, unless Flashy can save him. It might be over. It's over. It's over. Again, Sean Kent submits to the Pitbull. Perry Heenan and Azrael victorious. as Sean Kent forced to tap. Flashy didn't even get in and try to make the save, though. Flashy not quick enough to get in and save Sean Kent. Maybe Flashy was thinking they were pretty close to the ropes. Maybe Sean Kent could save himself again, but no. Kent taps out rather quickly. A sleeper hold is dangerous, man. You don't tap out quick enough, you're sleeping. And that can cause damage to your brain. Sean Kent knows it, living to fight another day. But tonight, Azrael and Hayden gonna stand tall. There it is, locks it in the second time after punching Sean Kent upside the head and busting him open. And there's the tap, and the deal is sealed. Azrael and Heenan celebrating. Azrael obviously very happy. He hardly had to do anything. Heenan kind of picked up the slack there towards the end. And Azrael, oh guys, hang on. I just got a message here from Ted. How did you get my number? I just got a message from Ted Dickens. Oh, guys. Okay, well, we know that up next, Jaquan Shea is supposed to be defending his Anarchy Championship against American Justice one-on-one, but I just received a message from Ted Dickens. He had this to say: Schmitty has yet again allowed me to take the reign as general manager while he gets ready for his matchup later on tonight. And as Jaquan Shea feels as though he still can run his mouth and get away with it, I've decided to add 2 more participants to his title match tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adam Valentine and Bludgeon. So this matchup, guys, has just become a fatal 4-way. Jaquan Shea running his mouth. Even tonight, earlier on Twitter, he was talking that trash. And now he's going to pay for it yet again as Ted Dickens forces him into impossible odds. Now having to go from defending already in a tough situation against the undefeated Crusader, the hulking mass known as American Justice, and now a fatal 4-way. As Bludgeon, of course, part of Lineage, half of Desolation, and Adam Valentine, the yes man to Lineage, who had a title shot earlier this week, actually, challenged Jaquan Shea one-on-one, and Valentine actually took Jaquan to the limit, but Shea came out victorious. Now it is a fatal 4-way Anarchy Rules match, and you know what that means? Jaquan does not have to be pinned or submitted in order to lose his championship. His odds went from just, yeah, I don't think he's going to beat American Justice to, yeah, I don't think he's going to do anything in this matchup. Especially with someone like Bludgeon in there. That is quite the choice by Ted. He knows Bludgeon is a former Anarchy champion. I can't imagine that American Justice is too happy about this either. I don't think American Justice has really done anything to get on the bad side of Lineage, but it's just Jaquan Shea, man. He's not learning his lesson. He keeps talking that trash. He keeps coming at Schmitty, saying Fusion is his show. And we know the pride of Schmitty, the pride of Ted Dickens. They can't take something like that. They absolutely will not have it. So now Jaquan Shea having to defend his title against not just American Justice, but Bludgeon and Adam Valentine as well. And this is Anarchy Rules, which means that anything goes. And a tweet, guys, now from Ted Dickens says, when are you peasants going to realize that when you disrespect our boss, bad things will happen? Stop being stupid. We saw what Schmitty did earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, forcing Jacob Ziegler into a 1v3 handicap match against Bad Men Incorporated, and then trying to get one over Paul Devine, but that part backfired on him. Can you imagine if Jaquan manages to retain here, though? I'll just picture Ted Dickens in the back, like absolutely going livid if Jaquan retains. Ted Dickens has stacked the deck against them here, but if Jaquan, I said it earlier, he's been very impressive as champion since capturing the title. Very impressive. Defeating Adam Valentine earlier this week. So I'm not going to put anything by Shea. He won the title in a triple threat, so this is just adding one more guy. I'm not counting Shea out completely. Even though the majority of the CMV universe were already voting for American Justice to be victorious. So, take that as you will. And a tweet, guys, from Jacob Ziegler, who is very vocal tonight on Twitter. It says, at Ted Dickens, shut your stupid mouth. You ain't even good. and Miles Kelly has blocked Ted Dickens on Twitter. The Rising Star champion not having it. And as Bludgeon makes his way out here, guys, a tweet from Flashy says, we lost again. I wasn't even tagged in all throughout the match. I'm thinking of going away from tag team action and going after bigger and better things. Hashtag Flashy for champ. Now, shoot, Flashy started the matchup, but he tagged out pretty quickly to Sean Kent and then didn't get tagged back in. Assassin King thinks that Jaquan Shea will still remain champion. It's tough, though, guys. I'm going through my mind, and I can't recall a time where a champion has retained in a fatal four-way. There's been triple threats where champions have retained, but a four-way, I don't remember a specific time it's coming to me when a champion retained against these type of odds. Not one, not two, but three challengers, and it's Anarchy rules. There's Bludgeon, a former Anarchy champion as well as tag team champion. I'm sure that's why Ted Dickens chose him over Trauma. Bludgeon has experience in this division. And here comes the actual #1 contender for the Anarchy Championship, who knocked off Jamari Williams to earn that opportunity. It was a weird camera angle. American Justice, I can't imagine what's going through his mind, but hey, he might welcome more opponents. Just more people to put the hurting on. But this also jeopardizes his undefeated streak. 3.5 months, American Justice has remained undefeated. He possibly ended the career of Crow at Ascendance. And he brutalized Jamari to become #1 contender. I like you too, son. American Justice. The hulking mass. Gotta be 7 foot. I would probably put him at 300 pounds. He and Bludgeon in the ring alone is bad enough. Yeah, I can't see the viewer count for some reason. It's been frozen on 12 the entire time. 25 people, that's pretty neat though. Welcome all to CMV. If you are new, make sure you follow because this is just day 1, guys. We're live tomorrow with day 2, the Genesis side of things. Well, we still got a lot to do here tonight. We got the tag team titles on the line, that 6-man elimination tag. And, of course, the co-main event. Chris Andrews and Voice Vindi, the main event. Paul Devine and Schmitty for the world title. It is a pretty cool arena. Can thank the Papa Topher for that. As here he comes, decked out in gold. And I didn't exactly like the way that Adam Valentine got that title shot against Jaquan earlier this week. It's his pandering. You know, since day 1, Adam Valentine has said how great of a general manager Schmitty is. And because of that, Schmitty gave him the opportunity. But Valentine did surprise me, man. I thought he had the match won a couple of times. He took Jaquan to the limit. A second opportunity now bestowed upon him. Can he walk out as champion this time? Adam Valentine is ready to go, guys. His pay-per-view debut. He wasn't the Slick Memorial Battle Royal at Ascendance, but I don't know if I'd really count that. It's a proper pay-per-view debut, and the chance for him to become champion. And speaking of, here comes the current champion, ladies and gentlemen. As Adam Valentine beckons him out. Oof, I got scared there for a second. I got scared, I'll admit it. Oh, new digs for Jaquan, ladies and gentlemen. And here he comes. The odds stacked against him, but he's not cowering. He could have ran. He had that option, but here he is. The Anarchy champion. His second defense. 3 challengers await him. Anarchy rules. Can Jaquan do it? I'm not doubting him. Here we go. The lineup is set. The CMV Anarchy Championship to be decided. Fatal 4-way Anarchy rules match. It's the first man to gain pinfall or submission in the ring that will walk out and leave Los Angeles, California in the Staples Center as champion. But anything does go. There's no countouts, no disqualifications. Anything can be used as a weapon. Here it is, guys. The Anarchy Championship. Prestigious championship here in CMV. Bludgeon. American Justice. Adam Valentine, the challengers, and the champion, Jaquan Shea. Can he stick it to Ted Dickens and lineage yet again? Here we go. We're about to find out as he immediately leaves the ring. Jaquan having none of this. Goes to grab a chair. It's completely legal. Bludgeon coming after him. I'm sure Ted Dickens told Bludgeon, like, you beat the hell out of Jaquan. That's probably Bludgeon's marching orders here. Winning the championship is probably second. Well, I touched on why it probably wasn't Trauma is because Bludgeon is a former Anarchy champion, whereas Trauma doesn't have experience in the division. I'm sure Trauma would be just as devastating as Bludgeon will be in this matchup, but Bludgeon, the lucky man here. Oh! Kick to the side of American Justice's head. Good night, Sweet Prince. Oh! Judgment slam now by Bludgeon to Valentine, who's not having a good time thus far. Counters that military press to Jaquan. So the man he was supposed to be going one-on-one here. Jaquan is completely 100% confident about himself leading up to this matchup, but I don't know. We haven't heard from him. He didn't tweet before he came out here. He's probably focused now more than ever. He was pretty ready to take on Justice, though. Adam Valentine tries for a suplex here on Adam Valentine. Gets a knee down into the top of the head. Military press coming the NGW. Ooh! Alumni's way. Dropped right down onto a single knee. Of course, all 4 of these guys got to be fighting on the outside. Oh, man! No. Valentine and Bludgeon weren't scheduled to appear here at Battle Scars tonight as we get a full Nelson slam. I don't know why this is the place to be here for these 4. This specific corner. Squad, the Bludgeon. That's American Justice now. I'd love to see American Justice and Bludgeon one-on-one. Those 2 monsters tearing into each other. As Jaquan goes at it against the man that he fought earlier this week. Jaquan actually defeated Adam Valentine with a Spaceman Plancha in that matchup. Maybe we'll see that again, maybe not. Tilt-a-Whirl DDT by Valentine. I love this gold attire, I gotta say. I gotta admit, I'm not a big Valentine fan. I'm not really a big fan of anybody who supports Lineage, but I gotta say, that gold catching my eye. Kick to the side of the head. These 2, oh, there's that vintage poison mist by Jaquan Shea, who follows through with a shotgun dropkick. Jaquan actually utilized that a lot earlier this season. Remember when he beat Adam Valentine? He literally hit that poison mist and then his finisher and he won. I don't know if that really affected Bludgeon too much, so he's got that mask protecting him. Might not have gotten through. Suplex to Adam Valentine by American Justice. Is anybody going to get back in the ring? Yes, Jaquan Shea is. Guys, Shea has the opening here while American Justice and Adam Valentine are doing battle on the outside. Shea knows that this is his chance. Goes for the Kiwi Crushers. He used to pay homage to Jamari by hitting those. Now probably trying to add salt to the wound. We know that Jaquan a couple of weeks ago hit Jamari upside the head with a baseball bat, and Jamari now is going to be out for the rest of the season. Flop, just going flippy floppy as Jaquan here. So now he drops an elbow to the chest of Bludgeon. American Justice continuing to dissect Adam Valentine here on the outside. Standing corkscrew moonsault. Now Shea out to the top rope, taking a big risk here in this type of scenario. Points at Bludgeon, waiting for the behemoth to rise to his feet. Drag, oh, caught with a power bomb. Oh, Jaquan trying for a Dragon Rana there, I can only imagine. But it backfired big time for him. As Bludgeon now going to look to capitalize, gets a boot up under the chin though. Didn't I just say the rest of the season, kid? Wait a minute, Jaquan! Jaquan! With the Kiwi Crushers! Pitted boots to the chest, and that final blow gonna go right to the back of the head. But just as Jaquan perhaps is gonna try to go for the pin, here comes American Justice, bringing Adam Valentine back into the fray. Oh, Jaquan Shea! DDT to Bludgeon on the apron. Wait a minute. AJ in the ring. Breaker by the Hulking Crusader. Oh, but Jaquan throwing Bludgeon. Oh, Jaquan throwing Bludgeon right into the grasp. From one, oh my God, moment to another. Bludgeon now taking around in a giant swing, and someone like Bludgeon is definitely not used to being thrown around like this over and over, rotation after rotation. No, that's actually up next. Josh, the Hell in a Cell between Gerard Fisher and Harvey Hastings. That's after this matchup. Anarchy Championship currently on the line. American Justice taking Shea to the outside. This is going to be Valentine's chance. I would have pinned Bludgeon right there if I was him. Bludgeon taken for a ride there. As now he goes to the outside to join American Justice. Jaquan Shea, here comes Valentine following through. Drop kick to the knee. Yes, we are. If the game doesn't crash, which I hope I didn't just jinx it, but yes. What a counter there by Bludgeon. It looked like Valentine was going for a gut wrench suplex. Instead, fucking Bludgeon just threw him through the air like an thing. I don't know what's Bludgeon's obsession with American Justice here. He's just watching him. As now he throws the undefeated fucking... There's just really no precise word to describe exactly what American Justice is. Bludgeon taunts, wrong time to do so. Valentine from and Zulariat did absolutely nothing to phase the big man. Former Anarchy champion goes for a punch to the head. American Justice in his long-standing career here in CMV, 3+ years. He has never won championship gold as Shea has Justice in the ring. Meanwhile, Bludgeon bringing Valentine up the ramp. This is Jaquan's chance, a big chance. I don't want to say all that he has to do, but all that he has to do is try to pin or submit Jaquan Shea, be the first man to do so since Justice returned. Jawbreaker off the top rope as Bludgeon just keeps taking Valentine up the ramp here. These two beating the hell out of each other. You think these two, like, lineage, like, correspondents would kind of try to team up, but no, they're having none of it. Both of them want to be Anarchy champion. Trip up by American Justice. Double boost to the chest by Bludgeon to Valentine. This also could be an opening for American Justice to capitalize, man. If he locks in that triangle choke, it is game over. Nobody has been able to escape from that. And nobody's even tapped from it either. Everybody passes out when he locks it in. They don't get a chance to tap. Justice just won't let go. Rebounds does the Anarchy champion. Goes for a Hurricane Rana DDT instead of drop toe hold at the hands of AJ, who rebounds off the ropes, having a double axe handle to the ass. Irish whip. Valentine back into the ring. Bludgeon follows him. American Justice continues to dig into Jaquan Shea here. Gonna try to Irish whip him. Shea counters though. Power bomb to Adam Valentine. Jaquan bringing the big man AJ back into the ring. Nearly dropped him with that suplex. American Justice might be done for, guys. Rolls out of the ring. Jaquan Shea disposes of Bludgeon. Instead of turning to try to take out Adams though, or Adam. Gonna keep going for Bludgeon. American Justice beginning to stir. Now in a seated position as Adam Valentine comes from the blinded side. The rear view, if you will, to kick out Jaquan. Oh, going for something. Bludgeon's not going to allow it, though. About to get some new toys introduced, but Bludgeon with a chicken wing gut buster. Double knees right up to the chest. I assure you that most definitely does not feel good. Back on the ring goes Bludgeon. Adam Valentine, Jaquan Shea, American Justice all roll in. A neat little line. Back suplex and a drop. Valentine right on his neck, and he's out of here. Bludgeon with a single knee backbreaker. He's out of here. And now the two men we were supposed to see go one-on-one. Wrong timing. Jaquan goes for the triangle choke. Countered by Shea. Shea now with the Kiwi Crushers again. A second batch on American Justice. Man, Jaquan just saw his life flash before his eyes. That was almost so bad. Jaquan can have it. Adam Valentine, Bludgeon's still down. Jaquan, come on, man. You gotta capitalize. Instead, gonna Irish whip her to the apron. Oh my God, what's with the apron GDTs tonight? He already got Bludgeon with one. Now American Justice gonna meet that apron, the hardest part of the ring. That's where all the metal comes together. Valentine goes to collect Shea. Throws him back into the ring. Grabs that steel chair that Jaquan actually brought into play earlier. Gonna go for Bludgeon, it looks like. Nope, going back into the ring. Him and Shea just keep exiting, entering. Don't know what's going on right now. Valentine says, enough of this, I'm through. Jaquan gonna catch him, throws him overhead. Gonna go for the, oh, no, what he was trying for. Countered by Valentine into a reverse DDT. Oh, clutch pin by Valentine. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, though. Valentine can taste that Anarchy Championship. Valentine says it's over. It's time to end this. Double forearms. Double forearms again. Catching Jaquan with the Oklahoma Stampede. The Oklahoma Stampede. Bludgeon taking American Justice to the outside. Grabs the steel chair. Adam Valentine beckoning for Shea to rise to his feet. We know Adam Valentine likes to finish off his matches with that devastating clothesline from hell. Jaquan Shea had that very well scouted earlier this week, as he does tonight. Shea with a kick to the gut now. What is this? Back suplex and a kip up. The new kip up king. Jaquan to the top rope now while American Justice and Bludgeon continue to beat the hell out of each other. Shea from the top. Shea! Oh, 630 senton by the Anarchy Champion. Into the pin. Shea to retain. Shea to retain. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, that was so close. Holy shit. Jaquan so nearly had it. But now Bludgeon gonna try to go for the big ending. American Justice cuts him off, and there's Slappy's bump. Gets up rather quickly though. Oh my, wait a minute, big ending to American Justice! Bludgeon looking to become a 2-time Anarchy Champion, instead taunts, as does Jaquan. Adam Valentine beginning to stir after taking that 630 senton. Jaquan Shea just standing in the corner. Might be trying to regain some stamina right now. Get some gas back in the tank, if you will. Bludgeon counters into a DDT. Valentine was looking for like a scoop slam or something. Now Valentine's rolling out of the ring. Needs a breather. American Justice back to his feet. Wasteland takes out Jaquan. The two big men left standing. American Justice gonna go for a gorilla press. That's vintage justice right there. Goes for a pin. AJ, could he have it? 1, 2. Only a 2 count. American Justice is taking a lot of damage in this match. He took an apron DDT. He took that big ending. Bludgeon took an apron DDT as well, and then the big swing. Adam Valentine, wrong time to taunt, my friend. Valentine back body drop, clears the ring. Valentine now going after him. Realizes that if nobody's in the ring, he can't win. Jaquan Shea finally back to his feet. The Anarchy Champion has had so many close calls on this one. I really thought he had it after that 630 senton on Valentine. Instead, taking a long walk around. Where the hell is he going? I think Jaquan just thought for a second to bounce. I think he was thinking of jumping the barricade and just getting the hell out of here. not a bad strategy, to be honest, the way this match is going. Throwing Valentine into the steel steps instead. Yo, what up, T-Gamer? Welcome, my friend. Welcome indeed. Bludgeon gonna Irish whip Jaquan back into the ring. American Justice, the other side, rolls in, choking out the Anarchy Champion on the apron. Bludgeon now going to run in after him. American Justice going for Valentine. Bludgeon has a clear opening. Going to try to shoot and capitalize. Jaquan, though, playing possum. Short arm shoulder block drops him as Justice going to toss Adam Valentine right into the steel steps. Jaquan to the top rope again. Jaquan to the top rope again. 630 senton. 630 senton. To Bludgeon connects. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shay. Oh, Shay. Too cocky, man. Too cocky for his own good. Why did you not go for the pin, kid? Now AJ and Adam Valentine are back in the ring. Jaquan, though, going from behind Valentine, catching Valentine off guard. Oh, backstabber! Jaquan! Could he steal it? 1, 2! No, just a 2 count. Here we go. Oh, body block. Bludgeon runs down Jaquan Shea, but the champ not standing down for long. Jawbreaker distance created. Jaquan! 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 Massa! Oh my God. Hooks the leg. Shea! 1, 2, 3! Shea is still champion. Still champion. Ted Dickens has got to be livid. Jaquan defies the odds. The deck stacked against him. But he is still the Anarchy champion, pinning Bludgeon. Jaquan Shea, man. They keep lining him up. He keeps knocking him down. There's what did it, the brain buster. Adam Valentine was down. American Justice couldn't get in the ring in time to stop the pin. Jaquan Shea is still the Anarchy champion. Certainly deserved. Spitting right in the face of Ted Dickinson lineage. The action continues up next, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to enter the Devil's Domain, the dreaded structure known as Hell in a Cell is about to descend upon the ring as these two former brothers-in-arms collide for the first time ever here in CMV. The German super soldier Gerard Fischer and the assassin Harvey Hastings set to go toe-to-toe inside of the let's say, is diabolic a word? I'm about to say diabolic. Demonic, I know. Hell in a Cell. I believe, I'm probably wrong, but if I had to take a wager, I'd say this is, we have one, I'd probably say this is probably around the 6th, 7th Hell in a Cell match ever in CMV. And for good reason. This is a devastating situation, saved for only the most bitter of rivalries. And these two, of course, their history stretches back before CMV. They were once known as the House, a dominant tag team force on the independent circuit. Harvey Hastings was signed to CMV, Gerard Fischer to NGW. When NGW ended, Gerard would get called up to Fusion. And for months, Gerard tried to get Harvey to trust him again. Tried to get Harvey to reform the House, and when Harvey finally did, he was like, yeah, fam, let's do it. I finally trust you. Let's get it on. At Ascendance, Gerard Fischer turned on him with a metal bat and beat the holy hell out of Gerard. Obviously, all a long con for Fischer to try to take out, obviously, you know, I'd say probably from his perspective, his biggest gain, his biggest threat, if you will. He knows Harvey Hastings. We've seen what Hastings can do this season, the 5-6 months he's been in CMV. And there's a close-up of the dreaded Hell in a Cell. As here he comes, the German super soldier, Gerard Fischer, who suffered his first pinfall loss earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion to Shiloh Gray. Undefeated for 3 months, but now he knows what it's like to taste defeat. Will that benefit him, or will that hinder him? We'll find out in only a few moments. Of course, still to come, guys, following this matchup, the Fusion Tag Team titles will be on the line as Police Squad challenge the bickering duo. Then we're going to see that 6-man elimination tag, Bad Men Incorporated challenging Reese Matthews and the SNS Connection. Chris Andrews welcomes Voice Vindi this side of CMV in our co-main event. And our main event, the Undisputed Championship, will be decided. Paul Divine Schmitty one-on-one. Live here at Scars 3, it has already been one hell of a night, one new champion crown. We just saw Shaquan retain his Anarchy Championship in a fatal 4-way with the odds stacked against him. He rose through. Yeah, happy birthday, Crimson. Only know that because you joined the site and it says it at the bottom. But happy birthday indeed, and welcome. Battle Scars 3. Gerard Fischer in the ring, and now here comes his rival, the assassin Double H, Harvey Hastings. Both men indeed brandishing their dog tags from their days in the war. This friendship goes back a long time, even before wrestling. They've been best friends, they've been rivals, they were best friends, they're rivals again. Harvey Hastings climbs the steel steps. This is the first time that either of these men are stepping into the Hell in a Cell. Double H. The fans seem to be largely behind him. Inside of the Hell in a Cell, this match chosen by Gerard Fischer. Also, remember, he won a tag match. He and Troy Myers knocked off Harvey Hastings and Shiloh Gray, and that allowed Gerard to choose the match type. He obviously thinks, at least, that he's going to feel comfortable here in this situation, but now that the cage lowers, his mind might be changing. But I was going to say, this matchup might benefit someone like him who's bigger, stronger, whereas someone like Harvey Hastings, you know, very fast, very agile, I don't know that this is really going to exactly going to be his type of playground, if you will. As Gerard Fischer brings up the knee to the chest. Both men with very similar attires here as well. That just tells you how close these two were. Gerard Fischer with the blue belt, the tattoo across his chest. The perfect vision of a German man, blonde hair, blue eyes, drops the fist down on Harvey Hastings, who rolls to his feet quickly. There's that quickness coming into play. Counters the back suplex, though, and drops him with a bulldog. Flopping Harvey Hastings over now. And there are no disqualifications inside of Hell in a Cell. Remember, guys, anything goes. Pinfall or submission must happen in the ring. Hell in a Cell matches in the past have been absolutely devastating. As Gerard showing off some athleticism, trying something new, went for a moonsault, instead got a soul kick that just flatlined him. Now a lion salt by Hastings, saying, leave the high flying to me. When I think back, I think probably the greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time was back at the second annual SummerSlam between Blizzard and Xander Slate. The match ended when Blizzard dropped Xander through the top of the cell, and then that wasn't enough. He caught him with a timestamp afterwards to defeat him. Then you've had matches like JBL and Triple H inside Hell in a Cell at Ascendance 2. That was a pretty brutal matchup. You've had the Armageddon Hell in a Cells. We've had 2 of those in the past. Actually, 3 of those now. The one earlier this season is Harvey Hastings with a nice Hurricane Rana. It lands on his feet as well. Nicely done. Yeah, definitely. That was a great Hell in a Cell match, which you can catch in the archives if you want, aka my YouTube channel, the second annual. What? What? Okay. I literally looked at my phone. I heard a 3 count. I said, "Huh? What? What? Shades of Hayden Sushi X at the first annual Purgatory that happened. Sushi pinned Hayden after like, what is with Hell in a Cells, man? What the hell was that? That was like a, let me check my watch. That was like a 3-minute match. Nah. Something fishy afoot. Something fishy afoot. I don't believe that for a second. What did he, I didn't even see what he pinned him off of. What, like a stomp? Nah, I don't buy that. I don't know what just happened, but I don't buy that Harvey Hastings just really beat Gerard Fisher. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Whoa, Gerard's coming. Whoa, don't put your hands on me. Gerard fuming over here near the announce table. Just grabbed the... Wait a minute. Gerard demanding that the cage be lowered, ladies and gentlemen. Gerard demanding that the cage be lowered as he jumps back in, and it has been. Gerard demanding this match be restarted, and it is. Harvey going right at him. Harvey says, "You want more? I'll give you more." I don't know what the hell just happened, why Harvey Hastings pinned Gerard so easily there. But Gerard demanded a rematch, and Harvey agreed. The cage has been lowered. He had to put his hands on me. I don't know why he had to do that. Gerard was like, "Nah, fluke, fam. That didn't just happen. Restart this match. It ain't ending like that." Harvey said, "You want me to pin you again? Come on, let's do it." As he targets that arm. What if he pins him again in 30 seconds? That would be great. Gerard just keeps demanding rematch after rematch after rematch. Harvey just keeps beating him so quicker and quicker every time. Harvey Hastings, I'm sure, was disappointed that that was enough to get the win, too. He was probably like, "Are you serious?" Nice counter there to the DDT attempt. That was actually a magnificent counter. Props there. Yeah, I mean, I'd say officially that counts as a loss on the record of Gerard Fisher, but he demanded a rematch. I mean, that's got to be sour for Gerard to lose his undefeated streak earlier this week and then be beaten by Hastings with the quickness inside of Hell in a Cell on pay-per-view. This is Gerard's pay-per-view debut, not for Harvey. Like I said, Harvey been in CMV for around 4 or 5 months. Had that matchup against Oliver Smith back in Ascendance. Oliver Smith's retirement match. What a matchup it was. Smith, of course, was victorious. And it was afterwards that Gerard Fisher attacked Harvey Hastings. The big man pouncing now. You can see the fire in his eyes. Yeah, there's a botched pin. I still don't see why he had to come over here and put his hands on me. I can't do anything. I can't restart the match. I have no say in the matter. Up to the top rope. The big man going to look to fly again. Elbow drop that time, keeping it simple, but still it doesn't pay off for him. Harvey Hastings with a drop kick to follow through. Harvey's dominating Gerard, man. Every time. Oh, my God. Pinfall attempt. Are we going to get it again? 1, 2. Only a 2 count that time. Drop kick to the back of the neck. Oh, ducks under. Maybe looking for the headshot, that Pele kick, but Gerard instead floors him with a nasty-looking clothesline. As Gerard now gonna battle back this time, looking for the beast bomb, plummeting Double H back down to earth with such authority. As now he says, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, it was a fluke." And now Gerard wastes no time, lining up his shot, looking to set off the nuke, but Harvey counters. He knows Gerard too well. Northern Lights suplex by the smaller, more agile assassin. Gonna play the flip-flop game as Harvey goes to where the sun don't shine. Double legs to the nether region. Takes a deep breath. Woo! Dog! I've never seen that reversal. He just punched him right in the throat. Like, what the fuck you doing, fam? I believe Harvey was going to cock up for a slap, but Gerard was having none of that ish. The last Hell in a Cell match we had in CMV was at Purgatory between Brody Sampson and Schmitty. It was the last time we saw Brody Sampson. That's what this type of match can do to a person. Schmitty absolutely, man, if you didn't see that match, I don't even know if I would suggest going back and watching it. It was kind of a harrowing sight. Brody was completely covered in blood. It was nasty. Northern Light suplex again by Harvey Hastings, who goes to the top rope, guys. Hastings to the top, perched, shooting star press by the Assassin. Might seal the deal a second time on this night. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and he got it again. Harvey got it again. Two times Gerard beaten tonight. Harvey's not playing that game. Harvey Hastings, man. He was not having it any which way. Embarrassing Gerard and then embarrassing him again. Don't ask for another rematch, Gerard. Harvey Hastings with his patented shooting star press. I guess I was wrong at the start of the match. I said this probably wouldn't be his type of environment, you know, for a high flyer, but that's what did it in for Gerard. Beaten not once, but twice on the same night. Look at that smile on Harvey's face. Like, bitch, come at me. Harvey Hastings victorious those times over Gerard Fisher tonight, and that's got to feel good for the Assassin. Here we go, folks. It is time for our third championship matchup of the evening. As the action winds down here on day one, just 3 matches to go after this, including our main event. Paul Devine, the Asian sensation, against the game changer, Schmitty, with the Undisputed title on the line. But of course, this is just day one, guys. Day 2 tomorrow, going to be a doozy. The Genesis side of things taken to the ring. We're going to see that WGW crossover, Xander Octane and Rob Cross for the WGW Light Heavyweight Championship. We have our Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. Jay Davis challenges Rubik in a ladder match. The Money in the Bank ladder match. And, of course, Cole Savage and Ryan Kent for the Alpha World Championship. Much, much, much more. But as the action continues here tonight, guys, Police Squad set to challenge the Bickering Duo for the CMV Fusion Tag Team titles here. Police Squad and Bickering Duo hasn't been a very good past couple of weeks for these two. Both teams being knocked off by Blood and Stone, which has granted Rise and Bloody Justice a tag team title shot, guys, the following Monday. The fallout of Battle Scars 3 here. Blood and Stone was going to be awaiting either Police Squad or the Bickering Duo. During the draft, the titles will be on the line. So virtually no momentum for either of these teams heading into this matchup, though the start of the month was going pretty well for the Bickering Duo. They defeated the S&S Connection as well as Bad Men Incorporated. But Police Squad, I've said it since day one, man, these two guys impressed me. They only have 2 losses to their names, one of which was to Blood and Stone, the other of which is to the Bickering Duo, and that was before Ascendance, actually. where the bickering duo beat them in a #1 contenders match to then go on and dethrone Desolation to win the titles. But more than all of that, guys, the real thing that's on the mind of many in the CMV universe is the fact that if Tyson Cage and Sarasi lose here tonight, both men are going to be leaving CMV. Remember, it was Sarasi that gave Tyson Cage the ultimatum. He said, if we cannot retain our titles, I am leaving. I am quitting CMV. It was just earlier this week that Tyson Cage says, if you're leaving, then I'm leaving. So now we're going to lose the man with the most exquisite facial hair in CMV and the Masked Man. If they cannot retain their titles tonight, we're saying goodbye to both of them. It's a pride thing. That's all it ever has been between Cage and Sarasi. Of course, there's the developing story where Sarasi doesn't trust Tyson Cage, and I always say it's so interesting how the dynamic worked. When they first teamed up together, 7 months ago is when they first formed, it was Tyson Cage who wanted nothing to do with Sarasi, and Sarasi who was like, let's be best friends, and now it's completely turned. Cage has got the matching attire, he's always saying Sarasi's his best friend, and Sarasi's like, I want nothing to do with you, man, I don't trust you. And now both of their CMV careers are on the line here. And that's got to be, doing work on their minds, which is good for the police squad. They're going to try to capitalize on that. So far tonight, we've had 2 title matches. The United States Championship changed hands as 10L tapped out Xander Slate. And just a little while ago, we saw Jaquan Shea defy the odds to retain his Anarchy title in a fatal 4-way. Wow, look at this. The police squad, the crooked cops from the UK. That's John Smith on the left, Bill Jones on the right, that you can't tell, in that SWAT gear tonight. They mean business, boys. With the Fusion Tag Team titles on the line, it's all or nothing. Do not count the police squad out. But remember, Blood and Stone await the winners of this matchup. Either police squad are going to become the new champions, or we're going to say goodbye to Tyson Cage and Sarasi, or the bickering duo will retain and go on to defend against Blood and Stone on Monday. And before he comes out here, guys, a tweet from Tyson Cage says, at Sarasi, if this is the end, it's been a pleasure. Very well may be the end against a team like Police Squad, man. The hard-hitting, crooked cops from the UK. Both older in their years, have experience. They are nasty, man. As here comes the man with the most exquisite facial hair in all of CMV, Tyson Cage. Tyson Cage, man, threw that ultimatum right back in Sarasi's face. Said, if you're going to be quitting, then I'm going to quit too. Sarasi just can't seem to find it in himself to trust Tyson Cage, and that very well may mean the end of both of their careers. And that's a shame, man, because especially earlier this week, even though they lost to Blood and Stone, their teamwork was on point. The best I have ever seen them work together. 7 months they've been together, winning those titles last month on the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance. This is it, a pivotal moment in the careers of Tyson Cage and Sarasi. Can they get on the same page to preserve their careers? This is technically kind of a rubber match, because while the bickering duo did defeat Police Squad on the road to Ascendance, Police Squad ended up knocking off the bickering duo during a 6-man tag. As now we wait for the second half of the bickering duo, the Masked Man and the fan favorite. Listen to the crowd when he comes out here. Yes! Yes! The fans on their feet I don't want to see him go. This is tough, man. I'm a big Police Squad fan, but I do not want to see Cage and Sarasi leave. Yes, yes. If this is going to be the last night that Sarasi competes in CMV, you can bet he's going to leave on a high note. Yes, yes, yes. Huh? Sarasi's ready to go, guys. Can they work together? We're about to find out. The CMV Fusion Tag Team titles are on the line. Police Squad awaiting the winners on Monday Night Fusion. Will it be Police Squad or will it be the bickering duo? Those titles have had quite the journey this season. When the season first began, it was the Blood Brothers that held the gold. They lost them to the real #1 Bubbas, who would lose it to fucking Old Boys Fatal Decision, who would then lose it to Paul Devine and Chris Andrews. Chris Andrews would become the solo holder. He would lose it to Desolation, and Desolation would then drop the gold to the bickering duo last month at Ascendance, and now we are here. Battle Scars 3. There's the challengers, John Smith, Bill Jones, Police Squad, and now here are the champions. Sarasi there on the left, the masked man, Tyson Cage on the right with that unique facial hair. This could be their last night in CMV. And before this match starts, we have a tweet from Harvey Hastings who says, "@Gerard Fisher, do you enjoy that ass kicking? I'm sure it tasted like a steel-toed boot." Not just one ass kicking, two ass kicking. And I do not, I'd probably wager a guess that Gerard didn't like it too much. There's what's on the line, the CMV Fusion Tag Team titles. John Smith going to start things off against Tyson Cage, and here we go. Police Squad making their pay-per-view debut. They were both in the Slick Me Memorial Battle Royal at Ascendance, but like I said earlier with Adam Valentine, I don't know that I'd really count that. So this is really their pay-per-view debut, and it's their chance to capture the gold. They've been a part of Fusion for about 3 months now. And like I said, only 2 losses to their name. Punch to the temple by Tyson Cage there, kick to the spine to follow up. Up next, going to elimination tag team matchup, as we see Bad Men Incorporated take on Reese Matthews and Pride and Filth. Trip up by John Smith. Oh, the strength on display from Cage. Shoulder blocking, definitely the stronger John Smith. John Smith, a smaller guy, but he's jacked. He is buff, as buff can be. He and Chris Andrews work out together right here. A little bit of a deadlift situation going on. John Smith saying, "How's the air up there?" Tyson kicking his legs. Look at it, single-handedly, too. The Police Squad have got to be on the lookout for Tyson Cage Kinshasa knee strike, as well as Sarasi's multiple face busters. Whereas the big duo going to be weird Police Brutality tag team. Tag to Bill Jones now, the more agile between he and John Smith. Not by much. You'll see him pull out a Hurricane Rana every now and again. Ooh! Jones gonna get the back of his head caved in with that knee. Now Jones pops back up though, shoulder block, gonna take him off his feet. Now I'm gonna target that leg. That's a great strategy. I just talked about how Tyson Cage likes to utilize the Kinshasa knee strike. You take out those legs, probably not gonna fare too well for him. Arm drag though by Tyson Cage. Now back to his feet, front headlock on Jones. The Fusion Tag Team titles on the line, as well as Tyson Cage and Sarasi's Fusion careers, CMV careers. Sit out sidewalk slam as Cage now makes the tag to Sarasi. If there was ever a night for these two to work together, it is tonight. Sarasi now coming in. Bill Jones Irish whips him into the corner, charging him now. Whoa, mugshot by Bill Jones, appropriately named Facebuster, out of the corner there. Now the Police Brutality on display as the Crooked Cop hammers away blow after blow to the face here of Sarasi. Back to a vertical base European uppercut. The masked man not giving in just yet, though. Pump handle position. Ooh, into a driver. I love Sarasi's moveset. I love everything about Sarasi. I can't help it. I'm a big Sarasi fan. European uppercut creates some distance. Police squad don't care about all that fancy shit, though. They just care about kicking ass, dishing out punishment, and capturing gold. Cashing checks. Crucifix slam. No pin to follow through, though. Sarasi now a tag to Tyson Cage. All right, I'm liking this so far. Clean tags, back and forth, keeping each other fresh. Spinning soul kick. Tyson Cage walks directly into it. Might have cracked a rib. Irish whip, though. Watch out, Slap. You already took a bump tonight. You're good, fam. Tyson Cage taking too long to confront him in the corner. Comes out of it. Does Jones. Irish whip, or rather, Fireman's Carry takes him overhead. Punch to the pec now. Irish whip counters the Irish whip. Now out under the apron goes Cage as Jones sizing him up. Makes the tag to John Smith while he has the opening. Now here comes the bigger, stronger of the police squad. The meaner, too. Irish whip into the corner. John Smith from behind. What's he going to try for here? Grabbing a... What the hell is he doing? Oh! Oh, my God! Slappy didn't see that, man, but John Smith just about gouged Tyson Cage's fucking eyes out. That was... Come on! Dirty heel tactics if I've ever seen them. Good Lord. John Smith taking Tyson Cage down with a gut-wrench powerbomb. Just dropping him like a sack of potatoes. Lateral press now. First pinfall attempt of the match only produces a 2 count for the challengers. John Smith now going to the side of the head with some punches directly to the temple. Tyson Cage in all types of trouble ever since John Smith raked his eyes in the corner. Tyson Cage, there we go. Clutch counter for Cage as now he closes in. Kinshasa! 1, 2. No, just a 2 count though. John Smith actually kicking out in his own regard there. Damn, John Smith just realized he can't play around here. There's life flashing before his eyes. But now Smith back to his feet into the corner, tag to Bill Jones. Some teamwork here. Bill Jones, oh, extends his boots. Smith smashing Cage face first into them. Now a pinfall attempt. That was not their tag fin, but it might be enough to knock off Cage. And only a 2 count. Bill Jones now bringing Tyson Cage up to a seat. Takes the knee to the face instead. You see Smith out there on the apron not looking too well. Tag to Sarasi. Smart move by Tyson Cage. In comes the fresh masked man. Tyson Cage setting Jones up for Sarasi, who gets a back elbow to the chest. Now an Irish whip going to put him in the corner. Sarasi slowly approaching him as he comes up from behind. Turns him around face to face. They are. Oh, mugshot by Sarasi. Showing Bill Jones how it's properly done. Flips him over, hooks the leg, middle of the ring. Could this be enough to finish? 1, 2, and only a 2 count for Sarasi. Stiff kick to the spine to follow up, though, as Sarasi now to the top rope. Not a frequent flyer, but when he goes high, goes for the knee strike. Oh, and he landed right on that knee. That might be bad news for Sarasi. That could become a target now. Trying to maintain control the best that he can. Bill Jones not allowing it, though. European uppercut. Closes in on the distance. Caught in a front headlock, though, with a hammer fist to the upper back. Back and forth they go. Tip for tap. Reversal fest 1999 up in here. Damn scooter by Bill Jones now. These two men just playing hot potato as Jones closes in. Nope, another counter. Fireman's Carry sends him whipped overhead. Nope, back elbow counter yet again. Front headlock now for Jones. Takes him for a cheeky little walk. Leads him up against the ropes. Bill Jones, what is this? I've never seen him hit the, what is this? Slingshot right into the rope. Oh my God. That is, wow. Hooks the leg. That might do it. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Sarasi's career on the line. Tyson Cage's as well. Fusion tag team titles, a little bit of an afterthought in this one. Now for Police Squad as Jones tries to rake the eyes. Sarasi! Wheelbarrow face buster out of nowhere. John Smith trying to talk Sarasi out of going for the pin, instead breaks it up and now attacking Sarasi, trying to give Jones some time to recuperate. That's great teamwork there by the Police Squad. Sarasi fixing his trousers as he goes to the ring apron now. Oh! No! What? Did he just counter a catching fit? Is that even possible? Sarasi went for some sort of springboard. Jones went for like a punch, but Sarasi ducked it. No, no, Tyson. Don't do this. Not now. Not now, Tyson. Not with your career on the line. Oh my God. Tyson, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Sarasi into the corner. Bad place to be. Goes for police brutality. Sarasi goes for the knee. Drop toe hold. Bill Jones is feeling it. Jones is feeling it. Double forearms. Clothesline. Sarasi in trouble as he's caught with the modified face buster, busting the masked man wide open. Stomp down to the lower spine now as he pounces on him, sees the blood, striking him directly in the cut. Jones possibly going for his Cobra Clutch slam. Sarasi had it well scouted though. Counters the counter to counter the counter does Jones as he drops Sarasi's face first onto the turnbuckle. That is true. I haven't seen any paperwork or anything like that, but it's their word, and I'll take their word. Oh my God, Jones gonna try to steal it. Hurricane Rana, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat. This match is too much for me. The numbers game catching up to Sarasi. He's just getting tossed back and forth like a ping pong ball right now. Hung up to dry on the second rope. Sarasi fighting as he may. Tyson Cage pulling that fucking crap earlier. When Sarasi went for the tag, he jumped off the apron. Oh, landslide. Sarasi not a big man, but that's a good 200-something pounds going right down the back of Jones's neck as he panders to the fans in the front row. Sarasi now lining up the shot. Sarasi to maintain his career. Wheelbarrow facebuster again to Jones. Into the pin. Can he finish? 1, 2. No, not enough. What will it take? Tyson Cage even came in to try to stop Smith, but Smith didn't even get in the ring. Oh, Sarasi now putting a bad part of town. Tag to John Smith. This could be it. They call this police brutality. Powerbomb clothesline combo. John Smith hooks the leg. Jones disposes of Cage. 1, 2, 3. New champions, new champions. Police Squad do it. They are the new CMV Fusion Tag Team Champions. And more importantly, if you ask me, this means the end of Tyson Cage and Sarasi. Tyson Cage pulling that crap. As Sarasi went for a tag, he jumped off the apron, forcing Sarasi to continue fending for himself. And here's what did it. Police brutality. And we have new Fusion Tag Team Champions. Wow, Jones actually didn't even stop Cage. Cage just didn't get in to break up the pin. And now I might be starting to see what Sarasi was talking about. Will they keep their word, guys? Was that the last we'll see of Tyson Cage and Sarasi? We'll have to wait to see. But for now, the Police Squad are crowned the new Fusion Tag Team Champions. Police brutality at the end of the day does the deed. The bickering duo, no more. Police Squad now the top of the food chain. But now they best get ready because just in 2 days' time, on Monday Night Fusion during the draft, they'll have to defend those titles against Blood and Stone. And here, folks, is, as the beautiful cop would say, our tertiary matchup of the evening. Third to last. As elimination tag going to take to the ring, the Bad Men. And Andrew Briggs, Matt Devious, and Lex Knight taking on Reese Matthews alongside Pride and Filth. Still to come in our co-main event, Chris Andrews welcomes voice Vindi to this side of CMV. Vindi makes his official in-ring debut as a part of the Fusion roster. And, of course, our main event, Paul Devine, Schmitty, Undisputed title in line. It all comes to a head once and for all. This, of course, is elimination. This match becoming official after it was earlier this week. Remember, it was supposed to be Shane Scott and Jacob Ziegler versus Bad Men Incorporated, a 2v3 handicap match. But then we learned that Bad Men Incorporated had attacked Shane Scott backstage before the match started. So Ziegler had to defend it alone. And although he gave one hell of a performance, he beat the hell out of Andrew Briggs. He beat the shit out of Lex Knight. But then it was the fresh Matt Devious that got tagged in. Devious getting a little bit of payback towards Ziegler by tapping him out with that cross-arm chicken wing. The buzzkill. After the match, though, Bad Men Incorporated were looking to cause even further damage to Mr. Money in the Bank, but Shane Scott alongside Reese Matthews, who of course we know has been having his own problems with Bad Men Incorporated this past month, would rush the ring to save Ziegler and drive away Bad Men Incorporated. So now this six-man tag match has been made. It is elimination, which means all three members of one team have to be eliminated in order for the match to come to an end. This, of course, really all stems back to Ascendance, where Matt Devious won Money in the Bank. It was the night after that he let his pride, his ego get the better of him. Jacob Ziegler and Shane Scott just, I got to give him credit, lured him into the perfect trap. Jacob Ziegler just, with the words from his mouth, those words of gold, just lured like a kid to candy. Matt Devious putting his briefcase on the line. Shane Scott would cause a distraction. Ringside, Ziegler would roll him up to beat him in under 5 seconds to become Mr. Money in the Bank. And now Ziegler has that briefcase that guarantees him a championship matchup anytime, anywhere. As now we get a tweet, guys, from Tyson Cage, who says, "You made me end it. You made me end you. I'm sorry, old friend. I couldn't see you suffer anymore if you want me to be that guy." So, Tyson Cage, I guess, giving his reasoning for jumping off the apron when Sarasi was looking for a tag, saying that he just couldn't stand to take it anymore. See Sarasi go through everything he was going through. But now this possibly means the end of Sarasi's career, and Tyson Cage, if he's a man of his word, at least till he's not going to be on Monday Night Fusion anymore. Bad Men Incorporated, led by the CMV veteran and two-time light heavyweight champion Andrew Briggs. Of course, Matt Devious backs him up in their recent inductee into the gang, if you will, because that's really what they are, just a vicious gang. Lex Knight, his initiation, actually, he attacked Reese Matthews backstage 2 weeks ago. Reese was scheduled for action, but Lex Knight ended up beating the holy hell out of him. Now they look to take on. I'll see if Matthews and the SNS Connection can cooperate here. If he can work with the BFFs. What up, bro? What up, Quezzy, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Battle Scars 3. It's our third to last matchup of the evening. We still have 2 doozies to come after this, though. Chris Andrews, voice Vindi, that blockbuster matchup. And then, of course, the main event, Undisputed title going to be on the line. Paul Devine and Schmitty. Once and for all, looking to end it. Here we go, though. Let's keep the action rolling. Here they come. Briggs out front. Matt Devious to the right. Lex Knight to the left. Bad Men Incorporated. Okay, I don't know what I just said to activate Alexa. I have no idea what she's saying right now. Going on a tandem right now. Remember, guys, this is just day 1. Day 2 tomorrow, Sunday. Probably around 2-3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to mess with it either, punk. Genesis going to take to the ring that WGW crossover match, Money in the Bank. And, of course, the Alpha World title to be decided. Cole Savage challenges Ryan Kent. Andrew Briggs with a cocky grin on his face. Surrounding himself with some good talent, man. Matt Devious been in CMV about 4 months now. He has a very impressive singles record. I think his actual record has got to be like 15-2. And of course, Lex Knight, who's been here since the start of the season, kind of a very, very dark horse, very ominous is Lex. I haven't heard him speak once, but he is definitely an intimidating force. He's a big guy. As here comes the former Undisputed Champion, the exception, Reese Matthews. Oh, my heart melts. I love it. Did you do this just for me, Gumbel? Be honest. He knows that it's Battle Scars. He sees the Pac-Man rocking that Majora's Mask. I could dig it big time. Reese Matthews, who has had a tough run of it this season, man. Let's look back. Early on this season, he won the Undisputed Championship. He was a fill-in. It was supposed to be Schmitty versus Paul Devine for the Undisputed title. Remember, Schmitty ended up getting into a big accident with Xander Slate, that car crash. So Reese literally filled in. He would knock off his mentor. The biggest upset this season, no doubt about it. But really, ever since then, it's just been downhill. He never got his rightful one-on-one rematch. He lost to Troy Myers at Ascendance. Reese, though, a couple of weeks ago, he came out here to say, well, he actually didn't get to say anything before Matt Devious attacked him with a steel chair. But I have to assume he was going to say, all right, fresh start. I like how Reese is just like off to the side from the other team. Like, hey, guys, what's up? Please don't attack me. Reese ready for action, and here they come. Pride in Filth, the Scotsman, Shane Scott on the left, Mr. Money in the Bank, Jacob Ziegler on the right. The BFFs looking to finally put this war with Batman Incorporated behind them tonight. Matching jackets. Shane Scott, who's definitely got to be gritting his teeth to get his hands on BMI after they jumped him backstage last week, which made Ziegler end up fending for himself in that handicap. Nobody does that to his BFF. At the end of the day, I see where Batman Incorporated come from, man. Like the S&S Connection literally set a trap to take the Money in the Bank for Matt Devious. If someone did that to me, if I was Matt Devious, I would never let it die. I would be hounding S&S. What is Reese doing? What are you thinking, bud? Oh, double punched by Lex and Devious. That was just the wrong move for Matthews to do. As Andrew Briggs backs him out of the corner. Bad part of town. Went for like a savant kick. Missed. Reese now. Oh, why is Shane Scott in the ring? Okay. Want to get a closer look at something, I guess. Had to tell Slappy something. And remember, this is elimination, which means every single member of one team has to be eliminated via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification in order for the match to come to an end. Yo, what up, Drip, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome to CMV. Battle Scars 3 here. Third to last matchup of the evening. This is just day one, though. Day 2 tomorrow. Absolutely stacked card. 10 more huge matches. Tonight, we've still got that blockbuster co-main event. Chris Andrews, voice Vindi. And the main event, the Undisputed title to be on the line. 3 title matches so far tonight. 2 of them have changed hands. Police Squad, the new Fusion Tag Team Champions. 10L, the new United States Champion. Jaquan Shea defied the odds to remain Anarchy champion in a fatal 4-way. Reese Matthews gets a tag to Mr. Money in the Bank now, and here we go. These two men with hatred deep down inside for one another. Gonna collide. Matt Devious, like I said earlier, getting a smidgen of payback earlier this week by tapping out Ziggler in that handicap match. Because remember, it was the week prior that Ziggler beat Devious in singles action by tapping him out with that crossface. Misses the drop kick to the knee. Now going to pay for it with some elbows to the top of the head. Don't judge Shane, all right? Don't judge Filth. He does whatever he wants. Some punch to the face for the Scotsman. Matt Devious, what the hell is he trying for here? Just do a wake-up taunt? Oh, springboard drop kick and a chop down the Pride of Scotland. Jacob Ziegler, man. CMV veteran, been in CMV for over a year. Has that briefcase to cash in anytime, anywhere for a world title opportunity. Many people have been waiting months and months and months since his return for Ziegler to get a world title shot. The majority of the CMVers believe he's a main eventer. He deserves to be world champion. And now he's got that briefcase. Whenever he wants to, he can cash in. And the statistics are behind him. Of course, we've seen, like I said, Sophia Caldwell, Nick Blake, they cashed in and they lost. It's not a 100% guarantee, but 5 people in CMV's history have cashed in and won. Last year's winner, it was Nick Blake. The year before that, it was Randy Borton who cashed in to be victorious. Where are you, Borton? We miss you. As Jacob Ziegler, vintage Ziegs, as he looks for that buckle bomb to Matt Devious. Spine curdles off the turnbuckle. And look at that, Ziegler wasted no time looking for an elimination early on. As he kicks the gut, tucks him between the legs, hooks the arms, pedigree. Here come Reese Matthews and Shane Scott, looking to stop the other 2 members of Batman Incorporated from making the save. 1, 2, no, just a 2 count. Okay, Shane Scott out of nowhere. Devious kicks out on his own regard. Shane Scott just going fucking crazy right now, trying to help out Ziegler. European uppercut by Devious now, who's trying to battle back. Goes for a DDT. What a counter by Ziegler into a Northern Lights suplex. Coming in to break the bridge, though. Briggs having none of it. Takes out Slappy and the crossfire. Slappy with his second bump of the evening. As Andrew Briggs, with the ref down, just continues to assault Ziegler here, trying to give Devious some time to recuperate. Devious is most definitely hurting after taking that buckle bomb and pedigree. Tag to Reese Matthews back in. Shane Scott has yet to see action, as has Lex Knight. The exception with a front headlock. Let's go, and then just grabs him right back into a suplex reverse STO by the former Undisputed champion. Yeah, man, anybody's welcome to join. Anybody in the chat, if you're not a member of CMV, you can check out our website at communityuniverse.4motion.com. One day it will be cmv.com, I believe. But exclamation point join in the chat will give you a hyperlink. We have a roster section, match cards, rankings, all that good stuff. You can join if you want to. Have your call featured next season on 2K18. Oh, sleeper hold by Reese Matthews applied to Matt Devious here. Reese with a sleeper, gonna try to force the antagonist to tap, but Briggs again makes the save of his soldier. Lex Knight not having it. Bulldog to Matthews. You gotta admit, the teamwork of Batman Incorporated is on point. They're like a well-oiled machine helping each other out. Reese Matthews taking his attention off of Devious. Still quicker though. Snapmare, gonna put him in a seated position. Might be game over for Matt Devious. That rolling neck snap. Goes for a stomp to follow through. Nope, rolls out of the way. Front headlock by Devious now. Oh! Ho, ho. God damn, how about just breaking your opponent's nose? Dear Lord, man. Now into the corner goes Reese Matthews, and Devious laughing at him, the villain, having a cheeky giggle, mate. As Reese is caught, tagged to Lex. What is this? Oh, not looking good. Batman Incorporated working in tandem. Leg drop into the pin. Shane Scott currently has Slappy's attention. That's giving Matthews time to try to kick out. 1, 2. Shane Scott makes the save. The clutch from Filth. Shane Scott, yet to be legal Lex Knight, is now the man going at it for Batman Incorporated, but Reese is still fighting Devious. I don't think he saw the tag. Too busy getting caught with that that tag team maneuver. No eliminations thus far. Both teams beating the hell out of each other, though. And like I said, Lex Knight is a big man, the biggest man in this matchup. As he goes out of the corner, we've seen this before from Lex. That discus big boot flooring Reese Matthews right upside the head, man. And Reese, no doubt, would love to eliminate Lex Knight after Knight attacked him backstage 2 weeks ago. Might not get the chance, though. Nightfall. And there goes Shane Scott disposed of. Jacob Ziegler is still there to try to make the save, though. No, it looks like he's going to get stopped as well. Elimination inbound. No, Reese kicks out. Ziegler taken down with a inverted Dragon Rana by Matt Devious. Somehow Reese survives again. Jawbreaker creates distance. Reese Matthews closes in. Here comes Shane Scott. Shane Scott's itching for competition, man. Trying to help out Reese a little bit. Gives Reese the opening. Cracking Lex in the jaw. Comes from behind as the lavender-haired warrior. Oh, from behind, though. This does not bode well for the exception. Might be game over for Reese. Sit out powerbomb out of the electric chair. 1, 2. No, still. Reese refusing to stay down. High kick by Shane does nothing to Lex. He literally said, what was that? Was that a mosquito? As now he lines up Reese for a second. Nightfall. Swings him off the shoulders, man. There goes Shane. There goes Ziegler. Makes the pin. Big trouble. Slappy has to do a circle for some reason. 1, 2, 3. And Reese has been eliminated. Batman Incorporated now have the advantage, 3-2. This is what it should have been earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, but of course BMI attacked Shane Scott backstage. Reese Matthews is eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. Shane Scott now the legal man, nice and fresh as filth. Let's see if he can try to even things out. Lex Knight looking for a tag. Andrew Briggs, also nice and fresh. Okay, really? Alexis keeps turning on, dude. I don't know what I'm saying to trigger her. Tilt-a-whirl DDT by Shane Scott. Taking it to Briggs. Shane locking in a dragon sleeper here. And this is overtime for Pride and Filth now. They have got to get 3 eliminations, whereas BMI just got to get them 2 out. Matt Devious, Jacob Ziegler going at it as Mr. Money in the Bank gets his bell rung. We've seen it time and time again in CMV before, though. Briggs with a weird elbow drop there, where someone has come back. You know, the example that comes to mind right away is back at Cause and Effect when it was down to 2v1. Sean Silva of Rise against Kaiva and Bob Luger, and Sean Silva would battle back to eliminate both men. So things not over yet as Shane gonna try for the Tiger Suplex. But Andrew Briggs thwarts the attempt. Irish whip now into the corner. Not looking good for Phil. Tag to Matt Devious. And here we go. Changing partners. Scott caught. Leg drop Bulldog. Or rather, it's a leg drop. Oh. And a, what? What the hell? Figure 4 sharpshooter. Briggs, what are you doing? Just adding extra pain, I guess, as Devious now to the pin. 1. Oh, just a 1 count. I think Briggs inadvertently broke that up. Jacob Ziegler, there's a look of worry on his face, guys. Reese Matthews has been eliminated. BMI dominating currently. Shane Scott is not looking too hot. Didn't mean for that to rhyme. Ziegler, though, you can hear him from the ring apron, cheering Shane on and saying, come on, you got this, get an elimination. Ooh, goes for a dropkick. Devious sidesteps it, though. And especially with Devious in that ring, man, that submission of his, the crossface chicken. Oh! How about to say the crossface chicken can come out of nowhere? How about that super kick now, a tag to Ziegler, smart tag. Let's see if Mr. Money in the Bank can try to even things out here for his team. Lateral press. Whoa, dirty heel tactics by Ziegler. But Briggs going to make sure that doesn't happen. Slappy's slow to the count as well. Ziegler out to the ring apron. Springboard. Crossbar. Frog splash attempted, but Devious moves out of the way. Now Devious going to try to capitalize. Ziggler in big trouble. He does not want to tap again to Devious. Slap across the face, and that's how Ziggler rolls. Absolute disrespect, man. The numbers game is still that lingering thought here. Even if Ziggler can get a pin, man, you got Andrew Briggs and Lex Knight going to come in and try to stop him. That's what do we got here? Oh, buckle bomb for the second time in this matchup to the antagonist. Oh, Ziggler. Whenever he goes for that stance, you know what's coming. Pedigree inbound. Kicks to the midsection. Shane Scott going to try to go dispose the other two members of BMI. Bust. Oh, Slappy just actually knocked down fucking Shane Scott. Slappy fucking paid off. Hashtag confirmed. One, and Lex Knight makes the save. Shane does take down Andrew Briggs, but doesn't really help out all that much. Matt Devious bleeding badly from a gash on his forehead. Goes for a kick to the midsection. That's gonna by Jacob Ziggler. Up to the top rope now goes the Scotsman. We're gonna try for here. Ziggler does not go off the top rope very often, ladies and gentlemen. Devious getting up back towards Ziggler. Oh, missile dropkick lands face first. This matchup is just not going Ziggler's way, as now he's brought over the shoulders. Overkill. Fireman's carry, neck breaker. Now a punch to the side of the head, because why not? Kick to the back, because why not? As now into the pin goes Devious. If this gets an elimination, guys. No, only a 2 count. We know the resiliency, the heart of Ziggler, but it might not matter, because a punt to the head is a punt to the head. Ziggler out cold. Shane Scott knocked on the outside. 1, 2, only a 2 count still. I don't know how Ziggler does it, guys, but somehow he does. Mr. Money in the Bank not quitting. You can see Devious is not happy about that. His shoulders are slumped. Devious very tired, wants to make a tag out to Lex Knight. Into the pin now. Shane Scott back on the apron. I'm sure he just got knocked off, though. Oh, he just got taken down. Someone got slammed. I'm going to assume it was Filth, yeah, because there's Andrew Briggs and Matt Devious, guys. BMI just using the numbers game over and over in this matchup, and why wouldn't they? It's there. They have to use it. Ziggler not giving up, though, just as he did it earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, man. He gave Batman Incorporated a run for their money on that handicap match, and he's doing it again. Swing out, single knee gutbuster. Just one elimination is all the SNS Connection need, and then it's even. It's a regular tag, and they have a real chance. But if either Ziggler or Shane Scott get eliminated, I'm sorry to say, they're not going to have my vote. Elbow to the top of the head by Lex Knight, who goes for a punch to the jaw. Ziggler denies it, though. Ziggler! Ziggler! Pedigree! Briggs can't even watch. Ah, but look at how smart Devious is, distracting Slappy, which gives Briggs time to get in. No, Briggs, stop! But here comes Matt Devious, rather. Wait a minute! No! Too much time. Oh. Ziggler and Briggs now becoming good buds. Briggs going to try to stop Ziggler here. Yeah, he does. Just knocking him off the apron. Ziggler not happy about that. Lex Knight sleeping on his feet. German suplex. No bridge, though, by Ziggler. Should make for a tag. And he does. Here comes Filth. He's had a good long while to rest. Let's see if Shane Scott can try to battle back in this one for his team. Keep them alive. Dragging away from the ropes. Tries for a lateral press here. Desperation by Shane Scott. Just looking for that elimination. Hoping for that elimination. Oh, Shane Scott. What is this? Knee to the side of the head. Neck with a reality check for Lex Knight. As now Shane looks to be trying to go up to the top rope, maybe. I don't know if this is very smart with the situation that Pride and Filth are in right now. Shane going to do whatever he can. Houston hangover. Yep, Shane Scott not connecting. Lex moves out of the way. Lex can't stay in control for very long, though. Jawbreaker. Tilt-a-whirl. DDT. Gonna floor him. Grabbing him by that long lavender hair. Gets a back body drop for his troubles, guys. The tone of this matchup has most definitely dwindled. Very, very slow pace now, as BMI largely in control, and that's the pace they wanted at. Whatever Shane Scott was trying for there, denied. Clap to the temples. Nope, Shane's not having it. Discus forearm smash. Nope, Knight's not having it. A stomp down onto the ankle. Okay, Shane. You really think that was smart? Tries to take off the top turnbuckle. Instead, he gets his fucking bell rung. That's Lex into the corner. Lining up the shot. Shane Scott turns around, unaware that he's about to eat a boot straight to the mouth. Right down the throat. Doesn't keep him down very long, though. Pops right back up. Cobwebs have firmly been shaked off. Shane Scott hooked to the jaw from behind. Back suplex into the bridge. 1, 2, but the bridge is broken. Every chance Shane Scott gets, he goes for a pin here, hoping for that 3 count, praying for it. Shane in the corner. Like an animal on the hunt. He's clutching at his ribs. He's obviously hurting. Shane, oh, countered again by Lex. Are you kidding? Lex on top of his game here, man. How, really, Lex? That's what keeps activating her. I keep saying Lex. Scoop slam out by Knight. Knight has a very classic moveset. A lot of scoop slams, power slams, sidewalk slams, and again, the discus big boot. Remember when that never connected? And now it always does? Shane Scott, man, gotta be in La La Land. In a few moments, he might be eliminated. The Nightfall. Andrew Briggs disposes of Ziggler. Big time trouble. Hooks the leg. Slappy, okay. Okay. Shades of Ascendance with Rise. They just push Slappy into the corner. That's good for Ziggler. 10 out of 10 for Ziggler, but Lex Knight says, I'll just do it again. Matt Devious best be careful, man. He might get disqualified. Tries to soften up Shane Scott for another Nightfall. Instead, counters into an Impaler DDT. Now Shane Scott holding his boot to the side of Lex Knight's face. Having a little bit of fun here as Shane Scott. They go down. They're going to go down the way they want to. Shane, oh, guys, this could be it. This could be the elimination they need. Oh, my God, man. What is with Lex? Those fucking reversals on point, bro. Countering everything that Shane throws at him. It's actually fucking disturbing. Trying to wear him. Oh, my God. He's going to go for a third discus big boot. Look at Ziggler like, you got to be kidding me, man. Again, it connects. Good Lord. Oh, Shane to the top, or rather Lex to the top. Gonna go for that frog splash. There it is. He gets it. Into the pin. That's got to be enough. 1, 2, 3. No, not a 3. And Andrew Briggs accidentally takes out Devious as well. Shane Scott digging down real deep. Lex Knight beginning to wonder what the hell he's got to do. Devious is still down after that inadvertent leg drop bulldog from Briggs. As Lex now looking for a second Nightfall. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. BMI just having their way. Ziggler get in there. Ziggler get in there. Pin. Ziggler, can he get there? 1, 2. He breaks through. Okay. But at this point, is he really helping Shane Scott? I mean, just more damage being caused. Look at Lex just walking back and forth over filth. Arm snap over the shoulder. Badman Incorporated dominating this matchup. Down goes Slappy yet again. Where's Ziggler? There he is. Slappy quickly back to his feet, though. Punch to the pec. Man, Shane Scott has got to make a tag. He has got to make a tag to Ziggler, dude. Even though Ziggler's not exactly looking too swell there on the apron. Lex Knight busted wide open. Now 2 out of 3 of the members of BMI busted open. Lex, oh my good God, dude. Shane has got to counter. If he doesn't, no, up on the shoulders. A third night. Oh. Ziggler disposed of anyhow. Badman Incorporated kind of deteriorating slowly in this matchup. They started off really strong. Now they kind of just keep screwing each other over. Oh! Triple X driver! Triple X driver! Oh, but Briggs gonna wait. 1, 2, 3! Andrew Briggs, what are you doing, man? Lex Knight eliminated. It is now 2v2. That's what they needed. 2v2. Lex Knight eliminated by the Triple X driver. It is now all even. But Andrew Briggs, the leader of Batman Incorporated, nice and fresh. I don't know where. Did Devious get eliminated? Oh my God. Devious got disqualified. Devious, it's 1v2 now. It's 1v2. Lex Knight and Matt Devious eliminated. Devious got counted out. He was in the ring too long. Wow. That just swung into the favor of S&S real quick. Andrew Briggs not giving up just... Holy shit. Oh my God. Just like that, Shane Scott, Triple X driver, breaks the master lock though. Elbow to the midsection, elbow to the side of the head. Andrew Briggs not having it. The former two-time light heavyweight champion, the only man left standing for Batman Incorporated. Reese Matthews was the first man eliminated. Oh, and Vintage Briggs, Shining Wizard clothesline combo. Will it come down to 1v1? Pinned by Briggs. 1, 2, 3, yes! It is 1v1. It is down to Briggs. It is down to Mr. Money in the Bank, Jacob Ziegler. 1v1. Hooks the leg to Ziegler. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. This is it. It comes down to this. The leader of Batman Incorporated. Oh! Briggs! Shining Wizard clothesline combo. Middle of the ring. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Briggs gets it. Batman Incorporated victorious. Briggs clutch. On Silva. Andrew Briggs leading BMI to victory. Oh man, what a match. Reese Matthews eliminated. Then Lex Knight and Matt Devious eliminated at the same time. Knight was pinned by Shane Scott while Devious got disqualified. Andrew Briggs eliminates Shane Scott. And then Ziegler. What a match, and that's what did it for Mr. Money in the Bank. Batman Incorporated, Lex Knight, Matt Devious come back out to celebrate. They have the last in the bank, but live 3. What a match. Love the way that went down. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the co-main event of the evening. This blockbuster that's about to hit the ring is something the vast majority of the CM universe thought they'd never see. And the former two-time global champion of Intensity, Voice Vindi, hopping shows, coming over to Fusion at the top of the month, where he made his impact by attacking both Chris Andrews and Paul Devine after their 30-minute Iron Man match. The fallout of Ascendance the following week, Voice Vindi would tear up his Intensity contract on air while revealing his Fusion one, becoming an official member of the Monday Night Fusion roster. Voice Vindi laying his plan out bare. His plan is to end the tyranny, bring lineage down, and become undisputed champion. But of course, Schmitty, we know he's the best. If he's the best at anything, it's deflecting. Everybody that's coming at him, he's got Paul Devine, SNS Connection, Chris Andrews, and now Vindi. He said, no, Chris Andrews was pissed. He wanted Vindi. So Ted Dickens came out on the part of Schmitty, made the match against Vindi's wishes. Vindi did not want a match against Chris Andrews, but Ted Dickens made it official. Vindi saying, all right, you want me to beat the hell out of Chris Andrews again? I'll do it. Here we go. Voice Vindi makes his debut on this side of the pond, ladies and gentlemen. Two Titans going head-to-head here. Former world champions about to collide. Voice Vindi wasting no time getting down to the ring. If you watch Vindi over on Intensity, you know he's a very calculated competitor in the ring. Gonna try to finish, of course, with that patented vindication bulldog that Andrews got to be weary of. But you know Andrews looking to dish out some revenge, saying ain't nobody gonna make a name off of me. You think you're just gonna attack me and then walk off and be like, bye? The Brits having none of that ish. Here he comes, the former Undisputed champion, the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews. The Staples Center live here in Los Angeles, California. It has been one hell of a night. We still have the main event to come. Paul Divine Schmitty for the Undisputed Championship. But right now, it's time to see if Vindi can put up or shut up. Here we go, guys. Voice Vindi, Chris Andrews, and Andrews right out the gate with the belly-to-belly to throw Vindi right overhead like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Vindi quickly shoots back with a trip, now putting Andrews into a seated position. This is our co-main event of the evening here on day one. Still have our main event up next, and then, of course, all of day two. 10 huge matches tomorrow. The WGW crossover, Money in the Bank, the Alpha World title, Cole Savage one-on-one. With a fit, ooh, just the fuck just broke his knuckle. Andrews with a nice dodge there. Oh, discus ya puncha! Turns double V, but now into that to fire right back. Voice Vindi has Andrews in a kneeling position. Punch to the top of the head. DDT. Now, Voice Vindi coming over to this side of CMV, attacking both Paul Divine and Chris Andrews, two of the top names on Monday Night Fusion. That's one way to make a name for yourself. He drives Andrews face first into the canvas now with a curb stomp. Vindi says he did that just to let people know that he has arrived. Another curb stomp by Vindi. Andrews getting in a bad way early on here. Oh my God, is he gonna hit a third one? Oh my God, he is. Again! Andrews, wake up! What's happening, dude? Holy shit, now Vindi out of the corner. Voice of the people cracking him right in the jaw. What the hell? Vindi now gonna put Andrews in the corner, and if you're a Vindi fan, you know what this means. Turns him around. Irish whip, rebounds off the ropes. Vindication. The Bloody Brit, guys. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. I thought that was going to be it. Voice Vindi really about to roll up in here and squash the Bloody Brit. But Andrews says, ha, jinx. Not really. As now Brit, after taking 3 consecutive curb stomps, Voice of the People and Vindication flips Vindi off now, saying, nah, you're not just going to come in here, attack me, and then beat me. Beating the hell out of him, brings him to his feet, floors him with the clothesline. Vintage Brit up into the military press. He's actually beaten people with this before. Off the ropes, not just once, but twice. 300-pound frame down onto the spine. I don't know about 300 pounds. I'd say probably near 300 pounds. Brit's a big guy, man. He's buff. Hooks the leg. Is Vindi done for? No, he is not, but a 2 count. Goes for a punch to the side of the head as the former Undisputed champion. Vindi with an enziguri, though, gonna drop him like a sack of stone. Oof. Please don't let me get hiccups right now. Chris now. What the fuck, dude? Me hook clothesline. just about folded Vindi in on himself. Chris Andrews, his ultimate goal, of course, has got to be that Undisputed Championship still. The main event of Ascendance. He lost out to Paul Devine, and then, of course, Devine screwed over by Schmitty as Vindi into the corner again. Voice Vindi lining up the shot. Voice of the people. Numero dos. Countered that time. Britt said, nah, not again. Voice Vindi still kicking those, still fighting. Oh, are you kidding, Vindi? If there's one thing you should know, you do not slap the bloody Brit, man. The grapefruits! Slappy! He just grabbed a big old hand of nut. Oh, Voice of the people not countered that time. What the hell? Vindi going downstairs, though. The whole double leg takedown. Slapping Britt, then grabbing his nuts. Vindi, are you insane? Britt don't swing that way. Might have just knocked him into another dimension. Vindi, though, not down and out just yet. These two all-stars wasted no time digging into each other, man. They are beating the hell out of each other. Look at that. Mounted punches and the Bloody Bird, of course, a Dactyly name as blood pours from his forehead now. That nasty gash opened up a couple of elbows by Voice Vindi, connects to the side of the head as Vindi now turns around into the corner, Voice Vindi. Vindi might have it. No. Maybe trying to shoulder first into the steel post. Maybe trying to play a little bit of mind games with Andrews here. Sit out alley-oop bomb. Thought he was going to go for vindication again. As he backs in the corner, a third taste might be in store. The voice is being heard. Crack it. Nope. Again, Andrews deflects it. Andrews just lateral press. You see Britt beat him bad, bleeding bad. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Voice Vindi working out the kinks in his shoulder. He says, you're getting this, Britt. A 4th time to the corner. Again deflected. All right, Vindi, you might just have to realize that that's not working out for you. Chris Andrews has that 100% scouted. Ace mat slam. Chris Andrews, meet the oh my God, he's going to go for it again. I feel like that's one of those moves where if it gets countered, it doesn't take it away. As Vindi lining up the shot. Can he finally go? Oh, yes, he got it. He got it. Finally. Look at Britt's face in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. Vindi with his hands atop his head. Chris Andrews, a bloody mess. Puts him in the corner. He hit this at the top of the match. If he does it again. Irish whip off the ropes. Vindication. Into the pin goes the former 2-time global champion. 1, 2, 3, and Voice Vindi is victorious. That was a drag-out fucking brawl between these two. Vindi puts down the Brit in his debut. Remember, Voice Vindi didn't even want this match. Ted Dickens forced him into the altercation. Vindi said, you want me to beat the hell out of Britt? Fine, I'll do it. Voice Vindi has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And he not only beat the Brit, he beat the hell out of the Brit. Can Chris Andrews bounce back? I don't know, guys. Loss after loss, beginning to mount up on the mind of the Brit. There's vindication the 2nd time. Chris Andrews already absolutely covered in blood. And that was enough to score the 1, 2, 3. Vindi now setting his sights back on Schmitty. But what's next for the Bloody Brit? Battle Scars 3 might just mark the beginning of a new era here on Monday Night Fusion. An era led by Voice Vindi. Oh shit, what up, big dog? I didn't see you in there, man. Welcome, I haven't seen you in a while. As here we are, it comes down to this. Day one of Battle Scars. Main event coming your way. The Undisputed Championship to be decided. I just talked about how we might be in a new era, the era of Voice Vindi, but currently, we are living in the Schmitty era. The general manager of Monday Night Fusion has surrounded himself with so many yes men. Desolation, Ted Dickens, James, you name it. Adam Valentine now. And of course, it was at Ascendance that he stabbed Paul Devine in the back, like really, who didn't know he would, to win that Undisputed Championship. But now Schmitty actually has to put it on the line. I'm going to count this. If Schmitty actually manages to knock off Devine here, I'm going to say he actually won the title. Because if you ask me, I don't think he really beat Devine. He caught him off guard. He was a weasel like he always... I got to calm myself. We all know that I'm supposed to remain unbiased, but... well, I do not like Schmitty. This man has made everybody's life a... There's a reason he has like 20 people after him. Devine, Chris Andrews, Voice Vindi, S&S Connection, you name it. Certainly a little bit of a rebellion, if you will, starting to rise up against the Game Changer. But it's been this past month. Even though Devine got screwed over at Ascendance, he has not let Schmitty enjoy his reign as Undisputed Champion. Ruining his celebration, attacking him time and time again. And earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, Schmitty thought it would be a funny little meme, a funny joke to bring in these two nobodies, Cletus Barnacle and Quabus Mardenby, to be Devine's partners for an elimination tag. And guess what? Devine and Cletus ended up clearing house and winning. Devine just keeps... Oh, man, Schmitty keeps putting up barriers. Devine's like, nah, fam. Hops right over them. But this is the biggest barrier tonight. Of course, my batteries had to die at main event. They could have just lasted a little bit longer. But here we are. And there he is. The Asian sensation. Japan's biggest export. The man who puts the rising and rising sun. The two-time Undisputed Champion. The living legend. The one and only Paul Devine, ladies and gentlemen. Who looks to become a three-time Undisputed Champion tonight, tying Troy Voodoo and Hayden as the only other men to do so. Of course, Justin Sane with 4 reigns at the top of the chart. This is it. Battle Scars 3. Paul Devine, all month long, he's had Schmitty's number. Can he cash it in here when it matters most? It has been one hell of a season for Devine. He's gone through so much. Just look at the last 4 months. He was banned from the Royal Rumble match after losing to Brody Sampson at Homecoming. But he wormed his way back in. And I'm using worm in a good way. Went down to NGW, won a qualifying Battle Royal under a different name. Ended up winning the Royal Rumble to main event Ascendance. And was victorious over the Bloody Brit. But of course, like I said, as everybody in their mamas knew, Schmitty was waiting in the shadows with that dagger, and he drove it right into Devine's spine. But now Devine has the chance to take that dagger out and shove it right in Schmitty's mouth, right down his throat. Shut him up once and for all. And I gotta say, I talked about it earlier this week, I'm a bit surprised that Schmitty made this match. There's no, it's no holds barred, but no desolation, it's not handicap. Devine didn't have to compete earlier. This is just clean one-on-one. I got to give Schmitty props there. Oh, my God. Look at that attire. Schmitty looking like royalty. He thinks he's royalty. He thinks this is his kingdom. As he slowly, methodically, intent behind each step, walks down the ramp, a smirk on his face, hidden underneath that little mustache. And it's interesting to note, guys, This season, Schmitty has never, not once, pinned Paul Devine, whereas Devine has beaten Schmitty 3 times in singles action, as well as multiple times in tag team action, including earlier this week. If you're a betting man, Devine has got to be where you put your chips, but the mind games, the state of affairs, you can't count out Schmitty. Last time we saw him in action before that 6-man earlier this week was at Ascendance, where he put on the best match of the event, if you ask me, against Cole Savage, and won. But this is it. Schmitty's first defense as the undisputed champion. The grandest prize is on the line. The end of day one, as there he stands, Paul Devine, poised to become a 3-time undisputed champion if he can get past Schmitty. Standing across from him, the dictator, the general manager of Monday Night Fusion, with a scowl now slapped across his face. The grin is gone. Now it's down to brass tacks. Schmitty, the newcomer of the year. The fans despise him. They're behind Devine 100% here, but Schmitty has muted them, as he would say. This is it. Essentially a rematch from Ascendance, where Schmitty brought out his own referee and screwed over Devine to win the title. The belt high up in the air. Slappy letting everybody know what's on the line. Here we go, the bell rings, and this is no holds barred as Schmitty immediately ducks out, says, "Deuces, I'm gone," grabbing a steel chair, looking for that equalizer right into the barricade, though. Devine says, "Nuh-uh, you are not weaseling your way out this time." Shoulder blocking to throw him to the fucking floor. Oh, and now a jumping complete shot to follow it up. Wrong tactic for Schmitty. Devine now. Fucking monkey flip throws him right into the apron. No holds barred means there are no countouts, no disqualifications. These two signed a contract. They can do whatever they want to each other. But it's the man who pins or submits the other in the ring that will walk out as champion, as Schmitty brings out a metal bat and cracks it across the chest of Devine. Now to the upper back. And Schmitty just shaking his head at Devine, almost in disgust. Almost as if he can't stand that he's here with Devine right now. Slap across the face. Devine spins him around. Arm drag to bring him off his feet. Those cracks with the metal bat have got to be hurting Devine right now. Early on, he's already taken a lot of damage. Goes for a dropkick. Schmitty moves out of the way, though. Now it looks like a rotation neckbreaker. No Devine counters the last second by pushing Schmitty off him. High knee. Gonna click him right in the jaw. I think Schmitty might have dunked his head off the last step there, too. And that is complete steel. Devine going for the legs. We know that Schmitty loves to use the old school Schmitty, a leg drop bulldog. Take out the legs. That's going to eliminate that from his arsenal. Devine has just so many different ways to defeat an opponent. As he's dropped down behind now. Reverse DDT on the outside. And I don't even know if those are actual mats, by the way, because we have the graphics here for Battle Scars 3. I don't know if there's actual mats there. That might just be concrete with fucking chalk drawn on it, for all I know. Schmitty now brings the fight back in the ring, not allowing Devine to get back to his feet. Trying to bring him to a vertical base now. Devine has none of it. Arm drag rips him down. Kisses the canvas. Had a taste. Back body drop, though. Schmitty just like that. Flick of the wrist. Back into control. Now the aggression boiling up in Schmitty as he hammers away at the side of Devine's head. Slamming him face first on the canvas. Now a camel clutch being applied. Submission. Will Devine be forced to tap out here, guys? Nah, Devine would sooner fucking probably, I don't know, I can't really think of something to compare to. Sell his own child and tap to Schmitty. That would be the ultimate embarrassment. I don't know if Devine will be able to come back from that as Schmitty boots him off the top rope. Schmitty, I don't know what the fuck that was. I think it was a clothesline off the top rope. Brought up to his feet. Schmitty has something wicked in mind and talking about tapping out. Divine dropped down into the sleeper. Sleeper applied. Divine in big time trouble. Will he be forced to tap with the Undisputed title on the line? Schmitty's got it locked in firm. No, Divine won't. He won't. Headbutt. Gonna catch the lip of Schmitty and a kick to the gut before he can get back up. A kick to the chest. Front headlock by the Asian sensation. Twisted out. Drop face first. Schmitty now trying to capitalize. Gets an elbow. Oh! Just like that, timestamp nearly sends Schmitty's head up into the cheap seats. Schmitty, though, trying to stay in that driver's seat. He can feel himself losing control, and he does not like it. He's finally where he wants to be. General manager of the flagship show, Undisputed title in hand, surrounded by yes men. And Divine just will not let him enjoy any of it. Looking for his kingdom to crumble. Oh, neck breaker by Schmitty. And now the Undisputed champion has Divine in his sights. Goes for old school Schmitty. Divine, oh, but counters the counter with a wheel kick. Divine, that heel to the forehead busts him wide open. Schmitty been embarrassed week after week after week after week thanks to Divine. And for a man like Schmitty, whose ego is so fragile, he just cannot handle something like that. And as we talk about ego, up on the top rope, acting as if this is nothing for him. Day at the spa. Gonna go get his nails done afterwards. Too much taunting though. Goes for a hack suplex to Divine. Couple of punches to the ribs. Gonna free the Undisputed champion so they can close in now, looking for a little bit of lockjaw. Dropping Divine face first right onto his shoulder, and Schmitty now gonna line up his shot for the pinpoint knee drop. Schmitty tried only moments ago. Now he's gonna give it another whirl. This time will it connect? Old school Schmitty lays him out. Will Schmitty finally put down Divine? Uno, dos, no tres. Schmitty arguing with Slappy. He thought that was a 3. He thought he had him. Schmitty telling Divine, just stay down or it's going to get worse for you. Divine won't listen. Short arm shoulder block. Takes him down. Stomp to the knee now. Japan's biggest export. Covered in blood, donning that proverbial crimson mask. Oh, shades of his former protege, Reese Matthews, BFT, knee strike, discus clothesline. Oh, Divine using the maneuver he won the title with in the main event of Ascendance, 24th punch. Schmitty's out, Schmitty's down, Divine into the pin. 1, 2, 3, Divine! Divine did it! Divine did it! Divine is a 3-time, count it, 1, 2, 3-time Undisputed champion. He does it yet again. Schmitty knocked from his throne. Divine gets the last laugh. 3-time Undisputed champion. Divine does it. Schmitty, oh, I don't think he's conscious right now, but when he wakes up, I gotta wonder what he's gonna say. 24th punch on the button, bloodied, bruised and all, 3-time Undisputed champion. Holy shit. What a way to bring Day One to an end. Divine once again holds the gold. The Asian sensation, ladies and gentlemen, back on top of the food chain. But the fact of the matter is, Monday Night Fusion is still Schmitty's domain. What's next for Paul Divine with the season coming to an end? Just 2 weeks remaining. Is Schmidt going to try to weasel that title out of Divine's grasp once more, or can Divine latch on and walk into next season as the face that runs the place? And as always, my friends, thank you for joining me for an amazing day one. I really enjoyed it. We have 3 new champions. 10L knocking off Xander Slate to win the United States Championship. Shaquan Shea retaining against the odds. Remember, he was supposed to just go one-on-one with American Justice, but Ted Dickens last minute threw in Adam Valentine and Bludgeon to make it a fatal 4-way. But Shaquan still rose above and retained. And then we saw Police Squad knock off the bickering duo to become the Fusion Tag Team Champions. So does this mean the end of Tyson Cage and Sarasi's careers? If they stay to their words, it does. And as we just saw, Paul Divine putting down Schmitty to bring this month of hell for the Game Changer to an end. Paul Divine, a 3-time Undisputed Champion. Guys, we still have 10 matches to go tomorrow, Sunday. Probably between 2 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the start time. So make sure you follow me if you are not yet, so that you know when I go live for that. Join our website at communityuniverse.4emotion.com, which I will post a link for in the chat right now. ! Join. And guys, all I can say is thank you for joining me. If I don't see you tomorrow for day 2, I will see you Monday for the draft. You're not going to want to miss that. Who's going to Fusion? Who's going to Genesis? As the season comes to a close, we also already know we have a tag team title match set for them. Police Squad defending against Blood and Stone. But for now, I bid you adieu.